don't touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton, and my partner, Sammy, and a special guest. I have Alex Jubilee is here. He owns A1A Smoke Shop and Cigars on A1A in Florida off of O'Galley Boulevard and A1A. We're going to talk to him about his shop. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. He's a great guy. He's a Northerner. You know I connect with Northerners, everybody. So anyway, before I get started, let's thank our sponsor, Oliva Cigars. They've been with me from the beginning. They are great. There you go, Sammy.
In the house, Oliva.
I will be seeing the Oliva people this week, having a good time. Going to be going down and talking business. But Oliva's been with us. They're really a family company. They've been around over 100 years, since 135 years.
Almost as old as you.
Yeah, she is, man. Maybe I feel that sometimes. But anyway, so we have Oliva. We also have a bunch going on with me. I just went on a show that'll be coming out April 12th. It's called Ranked by Jubilee. My true crime story on
Jubilee.
VH1.
That sounds like my last name, Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee, Jubilii, whatever the hell it is, Jubilee. And then I got my true crime stories coming out the April 9th.
Oh, nice.
That's already done, already scheduled. I actually just was in L.A. And I met with the executive producer who did our show. She works with, like, big time. She's what they call a showrunner and runs shows, runs the whole thing, you know. She's a black lady, Sam. Yeah, she is black.
Okay. But hey, listen.
Don't get me caught up in something, you wacko.
Under my true crime story, Nick, did he make sure you signed so you can't be charged again? Make sure you signed up, whatever, so you can't be charged.
Allegedly. That's the wording in the law now. We found out it's all about allegedly. Listen, believe me, I talked to a lawyer.
You're all set.
All those statute of limitations are gone, and the people I talked about are either dead or never getting out, or even if they're in, I don't know.
I just thought me and you would have to take over if you're gone.
You might anyway. You know me. I'm
send some commissary.
Listen, when I go wreck that car, you're going to be in on that. You're going to help sponsor that too?
Sounds good, of course.
We are going to go crazy. I'm taking my Mercedes, and I am going to take either a backhoe I'm going to rent, or a bulldozer, or one of those big lifted, like, as high as the thing will go, throw it down. We're going to go crazy with this thing. I even got people from other dealerships want to say, I want to be on that. I said, of course, yeah. We're not going to do too many, though, just a few, because I want you there so we can talk about it, listen, you're from northern New Jersey, right?
Yeah, I could break stuff.
Oh, I know you could, man. So let me tell everybody who Alex is. Alex owns, like I said, A1A Smoke Shop and Cigar on O'Galley. I'll tell you why. I went into the shop. He sells out cigars, too. And he's putting us a nice display. Thank you for that. You're going to put us a nice display. But besides that, Alex, let me tell you what, Alex, you got a really clean, very nice run store, very well displayed. And obviously you're in this business and you've been in before. But what really struck me out is I like brightness. It's not a lounge. It's not somewhere where, now you are talking about a lounge too, right?
Right. Well, next door eventually, yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, yeah, we need one. They need one down there.
That's a great location, though.
Yeah.
His spot's a great location, right on the corner of
location.
A1A and
all of Lansing Island, all those guys.
Oh yeah, the whole crew. They don't have to go.
Yeah, that I saw that potential when I saw it, but you really what impressed me straight off the bat. You walk in and it's clean, well done, not messy. You go into some place and you get that bad feeling.
Everything's bunched together.
Very nice. I actually had one of those seltzers that was pretty good.
Did
too.
you?
The Kratom. You remember? You gave me the what was it? The Kratom something.
Yeah. The Mitra 9.
That stuff's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much I felt it, but my body's all screwed up anyway, so I don't know. But it's a good taste.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. Yeah.
Like if you do pot, you smoke pot or anything, and if you smoke pot, I got medical license, of course.
Yeah.
And you smoke pot, if you do edibles, which I like, edibles, if it's a chocolate edible, if it tastes like crappy weed or something, it doesn't sit right.
Right.
But
some of them's got that aftertaste on them. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, some do, some don't, and edibles are weird because you get taken edible. I've had edibles that I'd give a person, and they'd be, you how old are you, Alex?
I'm 46.
46. Sammy, you're 50.
21.
59?
20. Here we go, Alex.
Say what, 52, right? 52.
Is it
52?
21.
No, yeah. I'll tell you how old he is. Of course, black don't crack. That's why he doesn't crack. He wants to start with me. He started this shit. He walked in the door. You heard it, Alex.
I know.
He started.
I witnessed it.
He
Blame
started.
me.
Yeah.
Blame
But
me.
anyway, at the you're obviously you set up. You understand business. You understand what you're doing. But the from being up north in New Jersey, how do you see it different? How long you been in Florida?
Well, back and forth. Last move here was 2015. But prior to that, I mean, when I moved from back home, I was 17.
We're not talking about running from the cops.
It
now.
was
We're
no.
talking regular-
It was
Not everybody's like
it was
you.
Orlando, Florida, and back in 1995. So I
went away in '96.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So 95, I stayed there for 2 years, moved up to Philadelphia, lived there for a couple of years, and then moved to New Jersey. That's how I met my wife and kid and all that stuff.
Philadelphia, I was there too at
Yeah.
6th and Market. That's where the federal courthouse is.
right outside Philly, I would say, Pennsylvania, I guess,
Yeah.
Like 40 minutes, Alden.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in the
Yeah.
county
Right
jails
by
there.
the
I've been
airport.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been, in matter of fact,
But-
I've been all the way up to Schuylkill, Pennsylvania, if you know where
Did
that
you?
is.
Okay,
That's up
okay.
near Minersville.
No,
which
no
is-
idea.
It's
No
way up near Catskills, but on the Pennsylvania side.
Yeah.
So it's way up there. I was in a prison there. Then I was, of course, Allenwood.
Allentown, I did that.
Allentown
Yeah,
County
yeah.
Jail. I've been in Elizabeth County Jail.
Elizabeth is
It's a
horrible, yeah.
bad one.
Yeah.
Camden.
Too,
I was
yeah.
in Camden when
I
it was
seen
bad.
that on TV. Cops, Camden.
Camden,
Cops
Camden,
on
Camden,
patrol.
Jersey.
On patrol.
Real bad.
On
Yeah,
patrol.
Camden,
Yeah.
New Jersey's a bad area.
Yeah, I
And
saw
then
that.
north, where you got Newark, Patterson,
Yeah,
and all that.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah.
I only seen it on TV though. The Camden Police
When
Department.
we used to rob cars, we used to bring them down to the port.
Camden.
Oh, yeah.
No, Newark.
Oh, yeah, Newark Airport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
not the
that
airport. No,
port
the
is-
port.
Oh, yeah.
You know the port down there.
I think you mentioned something to me last time about
Yeah,
that.
it's I was stationed in Sandy Hook, New Jersey.
Really? Okay.
Back in the day, you know where that is,
Yeah, the
right down
beach.
on the
Yeah,
beach.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and we used to go to Long Branch, Rumson.
Nice
That was
over
a
there.
nice area.
Nice,
That was in the
yeah.
Coast Guard back then. Wow, that's good memories.
Yeah.
But that was in 1980, 40 years ago,
Oh, yeah.
40
yeah.
something
That
years
was
ago.
that was a
Guy's
big-
got a memory like he can
Yeah.
remember anything.
Not bad, right? But I am losing it a little. He's gonna say, he's losing it because I really. He's tired, Sam. I think you know.
He has been on the road.
He's been on the road, yes. But we had a great trip there. So you came down here. Was your goal to open a cigar shop or a?
No. Actually, I moved down here when I was I was in a real estate business selling timeshare, and the pandemic came in, and it was obviously everybody out of work. We didn't know what the heck was going on, and then right after that, I had a couple of friends that owned smoke shops. They were able to stay open because they have a food permits on the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
Now you have to have a food permit to sell edibles. That so they stayed open.
You're talking about pot.
Yes.
Is it legal in New Jersey?
No, I'm talking about here.
Oh.
So when I'm, 2000
to get a marijuana license.
Well, no. You get a tobacco license and you get your food permits. Because of the edibles, you're supposed to have a food permit. They have it's just, but they stayed open. All those friends, they stayed open and made money.
Stayed open late? Is that what you're saying?
No, stayed open in the pandemic when everybody was closed.
Okay. Because
See what
people
I'm saying?
want somewhere to go.
Right.
Right.
So they made money, and that's the idea came after. Okay, well they were open, they making money. Smoke shops are, you know what I mean. I mean you get the profit margin is huge. So that's the idea came after that, and then I had two other friends that wanted to get in, and that's how we opened up the store.
So are you saying that you were legally allowed to sell marijuana edibles?
It's not marijuana; it's a hemp product like Delta 8, Delta 9.
Oh,
all that
okay.
stuff.
You're not selling
Yeah,
THC.
you can't.
Okay.
I mean, it's got small percentage of THC. You can't sell it. It's lower. It's 0.3% of THC.
Yeah, no, I like the 90% stuff
well,
that I get. I do.
Yeah. And that's the idea came in, and then we looked for a store, and we opened it up.
You and a couple of friends opened something in Orlando.
Yes, in Orlando, and then we did great. We were there for a couple of years until I found this spot over here, and we wanted to get into it, but they didn't want to, so I ended up by myself, and then. Long story short, we just, sold the other one, and then,
Why Brevard County? Why Melbourne?
It's a beach area. I was always wanted to, have something by the beach. There's always tourists.
Typically, northern.
You want to come. I mean, obviously in Florida, it's nice and warm, and why not be by the beach? Orlando is warm, but there's no beach, and you can't swim in lakes and stuff because you get eaten by gators, I guess.
I agree, because I always tell Sam when we go to lunches and stuff, I love to sit outside.
Right.
Yeah, whether it's the shack,
right.
whether,
yeah.
We're in Florida, man.
Of course.
I mean, I don't want to be indoors. I was indoors for a long time. They didn't let me out.
Too long.
So now when I got a choice, I'd love to be. Even now, even though it's
beautiful,
the air conditioning, the doors are open and we can smoke cigars. My mom comes in here. She don't smoke cigars, but she smokes a pack of cigarettes a day for 70 years.
Wow.
Is that crazy? So don't tell me what it takes.
Still until now?
Still.
Wow.
You kidding me? If you took those cigarettes away, you'd kill her.
Yeah, no, that's really what happens. Seriously, when you quit, that's when problems happen.
100%.
Most of the people,
Listen, I think more than anything, whatever, cigars, they've done a lot of studies with cigars that you actually have a longer lifespan if you smoke cigars than they're not. And I think it's probably because of stress and how, it relaxes people. You
premium cigars, right?
Yeah. Actually,
premium, not black premium.
Yeah, no, really. Premium.
Crooked Diamond cigars. Oliva cigars.
Let's get a study out on Crooked Diamond saves lives. I'm sure you can buy that somewhere in this country. But I look at it like with your shop. I love shops. I do. I love the cigar. We have a whole bunch going on. Sam and I, we have a platform being built. We have a whole bunch of stuff. But I still like to go to a cigar shop or go to a shop just to see, not just the cigar. I can look at that anyway. I'm in the business. Of course. But I like the atmosphere, the people around it. They're always friendly, Listen, I met you and I felt like I knew you right away, especially in New York.
Yeah, you hung there for a while, which you never do. What did you say, a couple hours?
Yeah.
He's usually always so busy going, but actually,
right.
I am
As a matter of fact, the first time when Sam walked in, and then, I get salespeople all the time. And he walked in, I'm like, here you go, another one.
He looks like that
guy. He looks like that guy.
And then he introduced himself, and then within 5 minutes, we start talking, and he told me to look. I like the way he mentioned the whole story, cigar, within like 2 minutes. Right. And that got me interested.
Elevator pitch, sure.
But we talked a long time.
And then after that, I gave him 100%, so we start talking and give me the whole story. Right. And then sure enough, after the story, you have to have those cigars in the store.
Right.
The story is part of it, obviously.
And we sell a lot of them. People love them.
And they're good, though.
People love them.
I was just going to say, I'm not resting on a story for these cigars. I mean that. I developed this. I don't know if you knew that.
He told
I
me.
picked this leaf. I had what they call a blender come in. They put this. It's an amazing process. And I picked what I wanted and what I liked and why I liked it. Because I smoke a lot of cigars.
Right. I
don't like a cigar that's going to be in me or in my taste all day or whatever. You can smoke 5 of these and it's not going to kill you. No, it's not that hard or whatever. And it burns well. It's good for we have not had. I don't think anybody really give us bad review, have we, Sam?
Only. Let me correct you. Like common sense. Like actually, it goes back to what we talked about. He has a beautiful humidor, a walk-in humidor.
Oh yeah.
So to relate to what you're saying, excuse me, I did have someone who I gave a cigar to, and they left it in their car for 2 months. And they said, well, what do they expect? So that was the only common sense. You can't leave it in your car
for 2 days.
You know what I mean? So it goes back to you have to have a humidor. Yeah. So I was just addressing your question.
Well, not just a humidor.
It wasn't just the cigar. It was the Peter, my friend, the knucklehead who left it in the cigar. If you're listening, left the cigar in your car.
You know what that sounds like, too?
It's one of, no, not Pete. It
sounds like Frank, though.
No, not Dr. Frank. Another guy, another friend of ours. But no, you're right. I haven't had. You guys did a great job with Oliva and Larry making this cigar.
When I made it, even from the boxes and stuff, I made sure that everything was high end. From the brain, these are actually humidors.
Oh yeah, of course. They
have magnets
cedar.
here. Magnets.
Cedar wood, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Magnet to seal. It's got a false bottom. Of course, for me, it has to have a false bottom.
Yeah.
To hide things. But
it's elegant. That black, it's really nice.
We I got Sam. It was your print. I think that like the curse. The print cursive
stands out.
Everybody, the diamond. It was my old editor who actually came out with. I'll give him the credit. Darren.
With your old stomping ground, the diamond.
Oh yeah,
everybody knows the story
it's
behind
pretty
the
easy
diamond.
to figure that out with Larry. But why I did it is I said to them, I said, listen, they're doing everything for me. They put up everything. They're really good people, and they don't do that. And they did it with me because they realized how much reach we could have, as influencers and people. And I'm a legit person. I've been smoking cigars for 42 years, literally since I was 20 years old. So it's not like, I'm just some guy getting out there, wanting a cigar. I've been smoking. Sam knows that. Sam knows me for 15 years, 16 years now. And I've smoked cigars my whole life. Even in prison, we'd smoke Decriminalize until they took those off. Remember the Decriminalize?
No.
They're like the Clint Eastwood cigars.
Okay.
Remember, Clint, Good, Bad, and Ugly. You remember that movie? I guess I'm aging myself a lot. Whenever I do that to Nick, he goes, huh?
No, Nick's like, huh? But on our cigars, though, it goes back to what we talked about also. When Oliva and Larry came up with the product, most people smoke. No, I want to say most people. I remember I used to smoke the Padrones before I became partners with him, which are, $20, $23 cigars. Oliva and Larry gave us a good product for a great price point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not just a $12 cigar, an expensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a good cigar for a great price point, and people can afford it. You know
for
what
premium,
I'm saying?
yeah, for premium cigars.
For a premium cigar,
Right,
exactly.
You have some at $8, $9. They're good. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has their taste. I'm not gonna, I'm not one of those. It's own. But my cigar, for real, I love them. And I'm now, in fact, Nick starts smoking cigars right here. Yeah,
Nick's our man. Nick's the man who keeps us going behind the scenes.
Nick will tell you what happened.
Well, congratulations, Nick.
He can tell
what a proud dad.
A different cigar.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
What, the smell of it? Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
100%.
It's got like a thicker smell.
He comes in, he goes, "You didn't smoke a Crooked Diamond."
There you go.
I said, "Geez, I tried. Somebody gave me a cigar."
A lot of people.
I got to answer to him.
A lot of people who know cigars can too. Like you can go into a bar and you can see someone smoking a cigar from across the room, and the smell, you can totally tell. So it is true the way they make the tobacco. Good tobacco. And like I said, we just got really, really blessed. I like to use the word blessed because of the price point of this smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like $12, $11 versus $15, $16, $20 cigar. You smoke three $20 cigars. Sure, you're almost $80.
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you guys know that you can only smoke cigars on the beaches and parks.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it.
Did I send you? Did I show you the picture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
it. You're supposed to send it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you today. I'll send it after this. I'll send it to you.
And he's right next to the beach.
Oh yeah.
And you can't. You got to put that sign up. You got to make a bigger sign.
I am gonna make it. It
has the wording on it, the code, and everything else.
Everything. I'm gonna make it. Put it right there in front.
Yeah, buy a cigar. Go over here. You can smoke it, but you can't. They can't have like.
And it's all
premium. Can't have a like filters or.
Got to be a premium.
It's got to be a premium natural cigar.
Yeah, that's what we carry. Yeah, it can't be those plastic whatever.
Right, can't have any plastic. But you got a great cigar place. I'd love to see you do a lounge. I really would. What a spot to go to and meet people.
We'll do.
You know who's down there? Lives right near him. Our German guy who's working with us for Germany.
Oh, we have a meeting with them tomorrow. Oh, Martin. So we're gonna get our cigars
stays right there at Satellite Beach.
Oh, does he? Then we'll definitely get him to stop by and check you out.
Oh, absolutely. He's getting our cigars in Germany.
Okay.
Shout out to Martin up in the house.
Is he a tall guy, like gray hair? No.
Yeah. About I would say tall, a little taller than me.
I know German with his wife. He's married.
Yes,
his wife is usually with him.
Yeah. That must be him. Did he come into your shop?
He did. I think if we talking about him,
you can barely understand him. At least I can. You understand him well.
Pretty. I got him down.
Yeah, he's got a heavy accent. His wife vapes. She vapes.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask him. He'll know that.
I think we have to meet with him sometime this week. He's
Are we?
he's in
Okay.
town. You didn't see the message.
No.
He never gets a chance. Nick probably sees more messages than he does. But he sent us a message of the Crooked Diamond torch, and he couldn't get it to work. Crooked Diamond torch. He couldn't get it to work. So he sent us a group message. He goes, what am I doing wrong? What's the magic? I was like, put lighter fluid in it. He goes, oh. So he puts lighter fluid in it, and then it works.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah, so he said
that's
that's
the
his
best.
last
I
one.
got them in
I
the store.
remember going
They're
to-
real nice.
Very nice.
They
Yeah.
really are nice. A matter of fact, Sam, you can give an update to everybody. Are our ashtrays and cutters coming
Within
soon?
about 40 days that they should be in.
Good. I can't wait.
Cutters
30 to 40 days.
and ice
The
trays
nice
too?
cutters and
Ashtrays,
ashtrays.
cutters.
Nice.
We'll put them in your shop.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah,
and-
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this shop, and I like your wife's nice too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Moroccan.
Moroccan, yeah.
Oh, they're
100%.
beautiful women too over there,
Yeah,
man. They get me.
I gotta take you there with Sam too.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Hey, let's get our cigars in Morocco.
Yeah. There's a huge market for that.
A
over
very
there, too.
huge market
Good
in Morocco.
idea, yeah.
Morocco's a wealthy country.
Oh yeah.
Morocco doesn't
And I
have
could,
bad
yeah,
areas.
yeah.
No
pretty
poor
much.
people?
No.
Then we can't go.
No, I know.
Our friends can go, but we can't.
Oh yeah, I'll send them all. I know them, but no. I mean, I read a lot, so and
No, it's
Morocco
nice.
is
It's a
one
small
of the,
country. It's
very
right
small.
And then we're like, what is it? There's a city up north called Tangier. When it's nice, you can actually see Spain. That's how close we are. And now
wow.
they talk in 2030, there's going to be a World Cup, the soccer.
Oh,
over there,
World Cup soccer.
which is huge.
Yeah,
So that's, and then they building from now. That then first time they never wanted to agree Europe or Africa for some reason, but now they're building a bridge and going to Europe. So that's huge too. You know what
Wow,
I mean?
wow, that is really
It's
huge.
it's
Yeah,
you
to
know.
Do you get back
soccer.
there a lot?
I do try to get there every 2 years.
You have family there or people?
I do. I had my parents, but as a matter of fact, they're here now with me. They
You
got
were telling
all,
me
you know,
about it.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
for you,
yeah,
man.
no, I'll take
That
care
shows
of
your
them,
character.
stay,
He
of
takes
course.
let everybody know he
Yep.
takes care of his parents like I take care of my mom.
They've been with me now a
Sam
year.
took care of his parents.
And then,
Still does.
you know, we're supposed to go this summer. I'm not sure, but usually, yeah, like every 2 years we try.
How
to go
long
there.
is that plane ride?
I was about to ask that
Going
question.
there is about 8 hours.
Oh,
Coming back is a little longer because I guess they're going against the wind. I asked so many times. I thought it was just taking, local roads. But it's against the wind, so it takes longer. It's about 8 hours from, we go from Miami, straight flight to Casablanca. Wow. Yeah. And then
Hey
from
Nick,
Cas-
how do you like that 8 hours?
depends.
He was bad.
Oh.
They had no
They
air
had no
conditioning.
air.
It was broke.
Where?
Oh
on,
my
On our
God.
plane coming back.
on the plane?
Really?
You
No
should
air.
have seen sweat. I felt I was almost got claustrophobic.
I got up like 16 times to ask
No
for
air
ice.
conditioning.
and I'm
on the
sitting in
plane.
seat 2F.
They had to give you something to compensate you.
I thought it was
Listen,
how
I
do you-
slept.
But hold on a second. How do you get oxygen if there's no?
The
So
air
that's
was
separate?
very minimal.
It was
The
very,
AC, like the AC.
So I thought it was the oxygen is from the AC that when you get up there.
I have no idea because
I'm done.
you think the temperature of the air is real cold up there.
Right.
You know that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it was so hot in that plane. I'm like, I try to sleep because I take the red eye when I come from
How
California.
long was the flight?
5
6
hours,
hours, yeah.
but it actually they made it quicker. It's 5.5 hours going. It's about 4 hours and 45 minutes
That's what
coming
I'm saying,
back.
coming back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's a little
saying, yeah.
different.
It's against the wind or something. You know.
Some crazy crap, and then it was delayed a little, so we ended up taking off like 11:45. Didn't get in until 7 in the morning. But that's the time change too.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
so
right,
by the
right,
time we got home, it was 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh man. And I really was.
You were up early this morning when you texted me. I was surprised.
Not this morning. This was yesterday.
I
got
know,
back
but still,
Monday.
you had to recuperate.
Oh yeah. I get up. I'm not a big sleeper. Period. I'm just. That's a prison mode, I guess. You know?
That's
Well, as you get a little older, you don't sleep as much again.
No, that's true. No. You know that's Sam. That's like you. You don't sleep much too. You're
don't
getting
get a
older.
chance.
Sam sleeps 3 hours. I guess.
Yeah, he's old now. He gets
Old. Stop it. Get off that.
He had a
subject.
baby young, just so he could say. He has a young baby just so he can say he's young. I'm not
My
playing
wife.
it.
That was my wife's idea.
Listen, I'm snipped, so no girl's gonna say she's pregnant with me. I'll tell you that.
You got a little baby Sam too, right?
I have a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
You too, right?
Really? Two?
2 years and 3 months.
Yeah,
That's
cutie
like my
too.
son. That's exactly my son's age.
Oh, you got one too?
Yeah,
Stay out of the bedroom.
Yeah. 2.5, and then I got The oldest one I told you is 20
20.
years old. 20 years old.
Nice.
Sam too.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I got a couple. I got a question for you about the smoke shop.
Talk to me.
So tell me what all you carry in the shop.
Yeah,
we know
that's a good
you
one, 'cause
carry.
it's not just the cigar. shop.
We know he carries
it's a-
Oliva, is what you must carry, and
Well,
I know
carry all, I mean,
Crooked Diamond.
Crooked Diamond.
What else? All the goodies
And then
that you have in the shop.
Romeo and Juliet. We
Not
got-
just cigars.
Products.
Tell people what you got.
Yeah. I mean, we got Kratom. We got
And Kratom is, because I'm a dum-dum.
Kratom is like a synthetic. They're trying to make it illegal, which they shouldn't. It's
Right.
another thing.
Is that kava?
No.
No.
Kratom
is
is
all by itself.
you can buy it online.
It's
I bought
an
it online.
Asian
Root, right?
root.
Something
But a
like
lot
that.
of people
yeah.
drink it,
And
though,
it's
correct?
No. It's
No.
there's all kind of
Pills.
there's pills, powder.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no pills, stuff like that.
There's
And
powder. Now they coming out with gummies,
Yeah.
edibles. Yeah,
I had your
drinks.
Kratom.
The drink, the seltzer.
Very good.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, I
good.
was very
It's- we
surprised about
sell
that.
a lot. I mean, between the whole smoking shop, so it's vape number one that we sell, and then second thing is the small Delta stuff, Delta 8, the THC.
You know, I never tried that.
It's strong.
I don't
you
want
ever-
to.
should've-
have you
Nick,
ever
have you ever
tried-
tried that?
No.
Why? When I got dabs and
Yeah,
stuff.
I think
Well,
K2
But they
gave
have
it a
all
bad
kind of
name.
dab and everything. I'll let you try one. The next time you come in, I'll give you one.
Jeez, don't let
So
me try one.
it's just like a normal. I mean, if you
Does
have
it-
your
does it
yes, it
act-
does what it's supposed to do. Yes.
Really? I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the weed
What
today
is it
is not like
supposed to
when we
do?
grew up.
No,
It's killer, man.
Listen, it's some of them are strong. I mean, they're trying to ban. By the way, they're trying to ban everything. We were at the governor mention about 2 weeks ago, protested. I don't know if I told you that.
No.
We went into Tallahassee. We were about 1,000 people that own smoke shop, and we did like rally to. I mean, they're trying to ban all that Delta stuff, THC, because right now there's a thing called THCA.
What is it called?
THCA.
THCA.
Yes, and it's what it is. It's like when it's just like a flower, it's only 0.3%, but when you light it up, it goes to 30, 40. So people, and then it's legal for us to sell it. Of course, people buying it. Now they're taking all the sales from the dispensaries. It's dispensaries pays millions of dollars, and they want that product. They want that THCA. So all the sudden they're trying to ban. I mean, they already signed. It's just on its way to DeSantis to sign it. So there's that. The next one is the vape. They want to take all the. I don't know if you vape.
The flavored vape.
The flavor. They want to take all that.
So they're
stuff.
trying to take away your
And
current
then
Too much
livelihood.
regulation.
And I mean, if you take all those three, Kratom, vape, and THC, Delta product, then what are we going to say?
I have a question though. I mean,
yeah.
I'm the play advocate on the other way on this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's huge. People, I don't understand why people like it, and it's all natural. It's the flower. It's hemp product, so it comes from the same tree as the marijuana, or whatever. So it's
I don't-
why is it not healthy? That's what I'm trying. I mean, it's not good for people. Well, why do you selling the same?
Why'd they
tree?
sell it in the first place?
That's what I'm saying. You
No,
know?
I get
I
what
mean,
you.
cigarettes
Let
are-
me go the opposite way. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
We like that.
The government stopped Spice. Do you remember Spice?
Yes.
I did a lot. Did you ever sell that?
No, but that was chemicals.
That was very bad
That was
because
chemicals.
I helped a lot of young people when I do my
they had
program,
us-
and that's a bad thing,
What's
man.
Spice, if you-
Spice is a synthetic marijuana, and
I know.
it would.
K2.
Sam, guys would take their clothes off.
K2.
Oh yeah.
They would because their body temperature.
Yes. I remember that was kind
that
of
was
crazy.
Used to go to
Yeah, that's some
105.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
I gave I educate. I speak at a lot of police agencies and stuff. So I was teaching a police academy in St. Louis and also in South Florida and Fort Lauderdale, talking about this product, because what was happening is cops would just take a kid who's going crazy and they put him in the back of the car, when in fact they need to get him to the hospital and cool him down, because you literally fry your brain when you
Really?
when
Wow.
your inside temperature
Wow.
goes to 105. It's critical. We're adults. We're not little kids
Right.
anymore. So if you go to 105, it's critical because your brain can literally burn. And that's what would happen. People were dying. And so I was talking about how I'd recognize it and the stuff that goes on. And it was sold in a lot of the stores, like yours, but more like gas stations.
Convenience. Yeah,
Exactly.
yes.
And stuff
Exactly.
like that. And
I remember
zero-
that.
And I'm not
There's
for
some crazy
regulation.
stuff.
I'm a zero regulation
Yeah.
guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know that.
No,
was
but you're a realistic guy too. Like you can think outside of the box, and sometimes the people up there and they can't think outside the box. You think on both sides of the game.
Right.
I do, because I'm a believer in legalizing all drugs, actually. And I say that all the time.
Well, I mean, I won't agree on that. I mean,
I know you say that all the time.
You know why? Because that's a choice. That's different. If you're over 21,
We'll
you
get on
should
that
have
one
a
later.
choice.
Let's get on that later.
But anyway, so
Yeah, so
obviously
they had a
Is
product.
there any problems with Kratom? I haven't seen any.
Okay, so there's people that have been hospitalized taking Kratom.
But people can be hospitalized for eating too much food.
That's exactly what
Alcohol.
it is. But when you go and ask them what happened, because I had a customer that used to come in every day, buy stuff. All of a sudden he stopped, he came in, he's like, well, the other day I ended up in the hospital, almost died. And I'm like, okay, but he was taking, I mean, those
Other
Kratoms.
drugs with it.
No, just Kratom, but a lot of it.
Oh,
And I'm talking about those, remember the Celsius that I gave you? He was taking 5 of those a day, plus 2 shots of the, and then pills, all Kratom, because he had accidents and a lot of pain. But when he takes that, it takes everything away, and he's like,
well, so he overdosed and he's.
But I'm like,
giving
listen,
himself too
you wake up in
much.
the morning, you take 10 bottles of
anything.
Coca-Cola, you're gonna end up in the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Drink 10 cups of coffee. See,
Exactly. So it's not. I don't think. I mean, I know it's addictive. People start buying one and then they come in every day for it. But then because it makes you feel good
But I'm
and
not
healthy,
buying
it
that
doesn't.
just
You know what I'm
addicted.
saying?
And everything can be addictive.
Right.
Fucking is addictive.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, anything you do can be addictive. It really can.
You got a point there.
There's a mental addiction, and then of course there's a physical addiction. As a guy who's in this space with young people, I haven't read anything where it's physically addicting. Now, mentally, like, again, anything can be mentally addicting. You know,
Right.
It feels good.
I mean, I just don't
right.
understand. I mean, they want to ban the vape, all the flavors. Okay, well, because it's not healthy. I might agree a little bit in there, but how about cigarettes?
Yeah.
They're not healthy at all.
Listen,
you get anywhere you go, they sell them.
Yeah, but you know what they're gonna say? To
Because
you.
because
Kids don't do that.
What do you mean they don't do that? There's flavored cigarettes.
I'm telling you what they're gonna say.
Do me a favor, change the boxes. Like the Coastal Cloud, one of company, I had to say it, I'm going to sell them. Those, they changed the color boxes. They're just black and white so the kids don't get attracted to it. The other ones, yes, they put, fruits in there, bananas, so the kids could. But change the boxes, change the label. Give us something. I mean, look, the kids like this colors. We're going to take that and make it.
But you can't. You're not. Is it legal? Can a kid buy that in the store?
No, you got to be 21.
So then what? I don't care. They
gotta be
should let them
21.
put flowers and bananas and straw. Who gives a shit?
Alcohol is the same exact thing.
Exactly.
You know, you gotta be 20.
Argument, and I've testified to this.
Yeah.
Is I can take any drug, and if I compare it to alcohol is worse.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it really is.
And they do the same thing. It's got peach, banana, all the flavors.
Everything. Vodkas now.
You should see the beer. We sell some of them at the beach. I mean, it's like a juice. You know what I mean? I mean, it looks. What is the company that they have now? The iced tea, Arizona iced tea.
Oh, Arizona.
You ever seen them?
It looks just like an iced tea.
It's exactly the same.
It looks just like an iced tea.
Why don't you go after those people? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
I mean, obviously, see, my argument there is the government shouldn't or should not even supposed to have to protect every little thing and every regulation. Common sense comes in somewhere.
Right.
But that's
obviously,
what they don't have.
If a shop owner is selling it to a kid, that's different.
I agree.
Obviously, if the parents aren't around, you can't parent the kids by. He's gonna get it. Let me tell you something.
Right.
If it's out there, Nick, when you were growing up, if you wanted something, were you getting it? Was the law gonna stop you or no?
No. I had my first fake ID at 16.
There you go.
And then I had like 7 more.
Well, we all had.
We all did.
Yeah.
Not me.
So
We had
think
so
everyone
many of
just
them.
goes,
We
yeah.
had fake everything. Are you kidding me? And it was easy
like,
to do. It
it's
was a
scanned.
typewriter back
Ooh.
then.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was.
Now they scan them, right?
Now they have all this.
I had one from Norway. I don't know.
Norway. Oh, because you're from Morocco.
Well, I mean, what's that has to do with Norway?
Just some. Oh,
It was a friend of mine dating this Norwegian girl in Philadelphia, and he sent it to me. I don't know, but yeah.
Did it
Just
look
put a
like
picture
you?
in
Did
it was. Hey, it worked. It worked.
That's fun. When you were younger?
Yeah, I was 16?
What age did you come here?
17.
17 years
Yeah,
old. You
17.
came to this country.
17 years old. Yeah.
Wow, was it a big change? Did they speak English?
Of course,
or is
no, not even a word of English. I came. 17 supposedly on vacation, and then I fell in love with it. It was Orlando. I mean, the guy that I came, they took the next
Mickey
day,
Mouse. Talk about addictive.
The next day he took me to Disney. He worked there, and then a week later I called my parents, told them I'm not coming. And they
Did
were
you
like,
do acid in Disney?
What do you mean?
He goes, what do you mean? Larry just put him on the spot.
Best thing to do is, I didn't do it yet, but I'm gonna hit an acid and go to Mickey Mouse. Go to the
Okay.
park. They say it is
okay.
a just think of all those characters coming up to you and you're tripping and stuff. And look at this guy, you know, he's got to be great. I mean, I heard some good things. Listen, acid is actually one of those drugs that they're now finding out they use it for PTSD. They use acid as a legal drug in some states. Matter of fact, mushrooms are legal in Oregon and.
Well, mushrooms beside what's that
Psilocybin.
Without that, it's legal for us to sell. I have some of it, but they take the what is it?
Psilocybin.
Yes.
Oh, you sell those in your shop?
We sell, yeah. But without
Why would someone get a mushroom that doesn't have
it gets you at 600 milligram. It gets you high. It gets you
really.
Oh yeah,
man, I'm learning. This is education today.
Yeah.
That's
it's
I didn't even know that.
It's like a quicker trip.
Nick knows a
It's
lot
like a
about
quicker
it.
Oh yeah, you
trip.
sell them.
Trying to close this
It's
shop,
like Delta.
shop down.
It's like Delta,
like a
the same
Delta,
thing.
yeah.
It's like a quicker trip.
Were they around when you were around?
No.
Or they just came out with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a few years ago.
Yeah.
A year
So
or
you
two
got
ago.
some stuff in your shop that's pretty potent.
Yeah. No, some of them
With a
are
guy
really-
like me, I'd probably fall down.
I mean,
if
we're talking
you.
about 600 milligram. If you don't smoke, it's. I mean, let's. Long story short, I sent some gummies to my cousin, and he wanted to try it, so I sent it to him. He took a couple. Well, he left them in the car, so they got melted. So a week later, he took them home. He was watching TV. It was a Sunday. He grabbed some, and then it was like he
like the
told me it
water?
was all. No, I'm good. It was like all attached. So he put some in his mouth. The way he described it, I'm thinking like 3 or 4
much.
pieces. Right. So he took it. He's sitting there watching TV. Half hour later, nothing happened. So he reached again, same thing. So now we're talking about
He
6
about to
of them.
overdose.
6 of them. Before you know it, his wife called me. She's like, my husband at 3 o'clock in the morning. My husband is dying. What did you give him? I'm like, he's not dying. What are you talking about? Oh, this is who you see. He ate something. There's a bottle over there. I'm like, look, just let him ride.
Let him ride, exactly.
Yeah, take him to the shower, maybe let a cold shower and stuff. But he was hearing music, and she told me there's a loud. He's telling her to turn off the music, and there's no music in the house. So he was going crazy.
Oh,
The next
Larry
day
would
was-
love that.
But he took, listen, he took a lot of it. You know what I mean? The next day, he woke up not like nothing happened. Hangover a little bit or whatever. That's it.
Well, that's like you said with anything, right? If you take
Yeah, if
too
you
much,
take too
of it,
much.
take too
But
much
that
Tylenol.
That stuff,
Really?
Larry, it's strong. Trust me, it is.
I'm gonna do an experiment one time, really, to
All
try
right,
it.
on camera.
Yeah, I should.
A podcast.
To try it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to come here with me.
But
and
while it's still legal, so we don't know how long.
we got to do that. And then
Yeah.
So they're
you
really
and
trying
we'll
to
do
shut
it.
you down.
Nick, will you try it?
I mean, listen. The funny
No.
thing,
You don't want to try
Naked
it?
Nick,
No, I
naked and
don't care
afraid.
enough.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick,
Okay.
would you do it?
He don't
naked?
want it, which is okay.
No.
We need
I
one
mean,
person.
I
that's
would,
normal, yeah.
but I feel like I would just rather take a dab.
There's dab on THCA, crystal, whatever.
I mean, I
sell
will.
A lot of it.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But-
I mean, some of the stuff is strong.
Oh, listen, when we grew up, the shit is nothing like today.
No,
Let me
no.
tell you something. It is rough today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, you were.
I don't mean
taking
rough.
stuff-
It's
You were taking stuff from the streets. You don't know what's in it.
yeah.
Now at least it's legal, and you.
Oh, I
know
agree with that
If
100%.
something happens, you go back to that place. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's-
100%.
Yeah.
I'm for legalizing everything. Even Oregon decriminalized everything. They should. They found after 3 years, did you know the crime rate is down? The addiction and all of those numbers are down. They're not up.
Well,
People
because they don't
crime
charge-
isn't up.
Right.
Nothing. You know, when you legalize or decriminalize it, it takes away the person that, ran from the police because he had a joint in his ashtray. Or
Right.
a pill, and now he's on a high-speed chase. He hits somebody. It's
Serious,
a whole animal.
serious crime, right.
I had a big talk with a bunch of police chiefs, and I said, I think you guys shouldn't be able to stop anybody unless you could look them up. With today's technology, they could tell by the license plate. If that guy's wanted and he's a murderer or you leave, of course chase him. Do what you got to do. But if you got a guy that hits his single and misses it, or if he's going a little fast, not crazy, not a danger to the community,
Right.
You have an opportunity to just take his plate, hit it down, send him a ticket
Easy,
in
you
the
know where
mail,
to find
and
him.
that's the end
That's
of
what
it.
they do. That's what they do in Morocco. That's what they do in Europe too. There's cameras all over the place. It's illegal here to do speeding, but there's only cameras on traffic lights here in the United States. But over there, it's speed on the highway. They could even give you those cameras are so
good and
Accurate.
good that they could give you a ticket for not wearing seatbelt.
They can see that far in the car.
And or being 20 cars at the same time, or being on a cell phone. But it's ridiculous because you get tickets. I go there, I drive my brother's car. And when I leave, he's got like $500 worth of tickets.
I like that.
So then I send him money and pay it up. But the good thing is if they catch you there, they don't put points on your license.
Right.
So you'll pay a lot of money. What they used to do, you pass one of those cameras, as soon as you pass it, you could go again, high speed. But now they calculate it from one camera to the other camera.
Calibrated.
So if you get there fast enough, that means you were speeding. So there you go, another ticket.
Right.
I always wonder why they didn't do that on the turnpike. You know, when you used to take a ticket,
because you could take it. I mean, once you take it to the courts, they can.
It's hard to convict you.
Conviction, yes.
Right.
well, it shouldn't be because the time that time.
Well, because they're not 100% correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could always
I
say,
understand that.
yeah, exactly. You know.
But no, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
Listen, they get you with an airplane. That's how they got me one time going 91 with an
That's
airplane.
another crazy stuff.
And you know where I was
see it
coming
on the-
from?
Is
And
it
I got
Georgia?
away with it.
Georgia? Maybe North Carolina?
No, it's here.
It's here. Wow. Okay.
And I was coming back from the International Association of Chiefs of Police convention where I was a speaker.
You're
So
speaking.
I was with all the chiefs from around the whole country.
And one of them sent you the airplanes. I'm gonna give it.
You know what? It's funny because I come back and
Piss one of them off.
Listen, you know I had a radar detector.
I remember, yeah.
So I got the radar detector and I'm cruising at 90 miles an hour and the lights come on. I go, wait a minute, the thing doesn't go off. What's going on? Cop comes to the door. I said, listen, because you were moving there. I said, I was going a little over. I don't know what, but I mean, my radar didn't go off. Did you radar me? He goes, no, airplane got you.
That's pretty crazy.
I said, wow. I said, I just came
I
from
don't know
where
how
your
they get
boss
that, yeah.
was, and I mentioned his boss's name because it was Highway Patrol, and I was just with the guy, the head guy.
Right.
And he goes back and he talks to me
to him, yeah.
and whatever, and then he goes, hey, I'm going to give you a warning. Just slow it down. Yeah. I have a badge, too, and that's about all good my badge is for, is get away from the ticket.
There you go. It works.
They won't give me a gun.
No.
Yes, Sam.
You can't have one.
Sam. You heard what he did.
You can't leave it in the car too.
Put prison. I go to prison for real.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't play with that. The government is crazy like that. You know, our government is crazy like that. But
Let's see
it's
if he's a passenger with you in the car.
if it's on him, I'm okay.
What do you mean on him? Let's see.
It has to be in
my
his
pouch.
pocket.
Possession, like
Really?
If he puts it under the seat,
So you put it right next to you.
He's in
between
trouble.
them. He's in trouble.
That's called constructive possession.
it's crazy.
That's the law. That's why I got a law degree.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But really,
Wow.
it's called construct. If he has it under the seat of his car, this is a case that happened actually. A guy gets out of prison. He's got an old car. It's on paper. Breaks down. Some nice guy picks him up. They go into the gas station wherever it was. Cop stops that guy. Asks for everybody's ID. Sometimes they do that. I mean, I wouldn't give it, but he gave it, not thinking anything. He gives him the ID. They found the gun under the car, under the driver's seat. And the guy said to him, he says, excuse me, officer, that's my gun. I have a license, pulls it out, the whole works. They put that man in prison for 10 years. I worked his law case.
That's crazy.
So I know it's a fact, true.
That's not fair.
Of course it's not fair.
No.
Because it's called, the law states constructive possession. Constructive possession means I can get to it without committing a crime. So if it's in a locked glove compartment, I would have to break into that glove compartment and then get, so I'm committing a crime. If it's on Sam and I'd have to assault him or get that gun. But if it's where I can just pick it up and get it,
It's not good.
I go to prison. And they are hard about that. They're not like, give him a break.
Now,
Especially me.
can you have one at your house at least?
Me?
No, yeah, no.
I ain't saying what I have in here, like machine guns or whatever, but
No. I'm not
By
saying
law,
Yeah,
legally,
by law.
no.
I'm
law,
saying by
no.
law. By law.
Isn't there like even a bullet, right?
yeah, a bullet. If he had a bullet
if he had a bullet in his pocket,
if he had a bullet in his pocket, I'm driving, and the bullet falls out, and it goes between the seats, and the cop
this
finds
is
that
crazy.
bullet.
That
This
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
The world we live
Yeah.
in.
We have a lot of crazy
That
laws
is
in the
no,
United
it's-
States.
That,
I mean,
you
come
gotta
on.
have.
Yeah, what were you gonna do with it? I mean, what were you gonna?
Yeah.
Boom.
Listen,
You just gotta have some common sense.
You ever see a zip gun made?
No.
I've seen a zip gun.
And a lot of
You need the bullet.
a lot of those
You know, all a
politicians.
zip gun is you can use a nail head with a rubber band on a piece of wood.
That's so much work.
And it works.
It'll work
But
very
it's
much.
just common sense that a lot of those guys.
Well,
don't.
maybe
I'm not gonna
may-
do it.
may-
I
Maybe,
mean-
maybe that's why they.
No, I agree that it's crazy because you have to have some kind of
Yeah.
explosion. But by law, it has to have a firing pin, the gun, for you to be convicted as well.
But
If
it costs them a shit.
You told me
to fight
something.
it.
Remember about the rapper that?
Kodak Black.
Yeah.
Kodak Black went to jail for just filling out a form.
Listen to this.
I used to own a pawn shop in the jury store, so
filling
I know
out
those.
a
Oh,
form.
you do? Okay.
I used to own.
All he did was fill out the form and said he didn't even know.
But did
Right,
he lie?
a lot of people don't know
They don't
because those forms are so tricky. You understand what I'm saying? Like most people are going to read it and not understand
There's
it.
a crime under
But like a federal, like when
commerce.
they would come into a pawn shop,
under
my pawn
state
shop would buy
commerce
a
or
gun.
whatever.
No, it's a
Is that what
federal
it is?
law.
No, well, they'll just ask them
What
a
he
bunch
did
of
was-
questions like,
the
have you
question
ever
was,
committed
like,
a
do you
felon?
have
you ever
any,
been in commission of a felon?
crimes
Things that could kind
under
of throw you
another
off. So if they fill
state?
out that paperwork wrong,
No,
You get
Yeah.
in trouble.
they're screwed.
no, they do come after people.
Then that paperwork is bad. Like it's tricky.
And here's the key: the kid didn't really know. He had so many
Yeah.
cases in and out. Some are dismissed, some are misdemeanors, some are not. Now it's saying a felony.
Lawyer talk,
Yeah,
right?
I
You
mean,
understand? He
I
understands
understand
it,
but
because he knows a lot about
yeah.
law. But I like a lot of the things I would see on the paperwork.
it's a trap.
It is a trap.
trap.
That's exactly.
And there's too many traps. I always say on this show and everywhere, the problem we have in the United States, I think, is we don't use common sense. Just like that case where a guy gets picked up and it's evident exactly what happened. Does not matter. You get a prick who's a state U.S. attorney. This is a federal, and they don't care. They don't. They could care less. I mean, there's stuff going on in this county. You don't know. I don't know how long you've been here. There's a guy named Grossly Green here who was convicted 27 years ago or something. Totally didn't do it. I mean, they have so much evidence. How could a guy drive a car, a stick shift? He can't even drive a stick shift, and he's gonna hold a gun on another guy and drive a car with don't even know how to run a stick shift. I mean, think of and the girl that said he killed him was the girlfriend of the guy. They think she did. 2 cops said it, but the prosecutor never used it. Didn't even say to the defense. That's how he got back in trial. But he can't get back to the Supreme Court. Won't hear his case. I'll tell you, our laws are sad. They really are. I've seen a lot because of all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
of
away.
course, yeah.
But listen, I'm not complaining as much as people think. But I will open the eyes of people. I'm doing a whole series on what's wrong with our prison system.
Good.
Because we're not rehabilitating people. We have the worst incarceration rate out of any country in the world, either per capita or straight numbers. Think of that. India and China both have 1.4 billion people. The United States got 360 million. And we have more people incarcerated than those countries. In fact, we're number 1. Number 2 is, I think it's Russia. 3, or Brazil. India's 5th at 500,000. We're at 2 million. And this is
Yeah, because you could get a jail. I mean,
for
suspend the
stupid.
license.
Yeah.
Go to jail for suspend the license.
Right.
And you don't even know.
A lot of
Because you had a
happens a lot.
ticket that came in and you moved, you didn't change your address. All of a sudden, boom, you get an arrest.
That happened for me for tolls. You remember you had to come to the motor vehicle to help me out. Sam bailed me out. I go, Sam, I need paperwork or something I was doing. And I said, can you drop it off?
Yeah.
I didn't know I had
I
a
was at your
suspended.
shop when I ran over there.
I didn't know
Sam,
I didn't know I had a suspended license.
Yeah, but no, we
Ticket
do.
or something.
We
So imagine you're driving, suspended license. He can arrest you if he wants to.
right.
Not only that, here's why they do
And
that.
it's crazy. I
But
mean,
here's why they do that. It gives them that excuse to go through your car.
Which is bullshit.
Which is bullshit. Obviously, it's bullshit. You know, that's why I'm against cops even stopping somebody for anything that's not a danger to the community. You know, the United States has got to get back where the police are partners with us or friends. Your neighbor should be a cop, and when you have a kid who's screwing up, you call him up. He comes over. He tries to talk to him. I don't give a shit what he finds in that house. It's off limits because you're inviting a cop to help you straighten your kid out. That's different. Do not come in, and that's the problem right now. We have an us against them mentality with police.
Yep.
I mean, cops and people should get along. You should be able to. The neighbors should. They should be proud to be a cop in your neighbor. Now they hide. You know, obviously. You know, when we were kids, they beat the shit out of you. And that's it. And then you moved on. They knew who you were. All right, Lord.
Tell your father. Tell your mother.
Exactly. You know, now it's more of a us again, and I blame the police on that. And here's why: because it always goes down to the chief. How the chief of police, the reason I have that badge, and the only reason, is because the chief of police was 25 years is in Lake St. Louis, outside the main city of St. Louis. He, 25 years as a chief. The average tenure for a chief of police is 3 years. He's 25. Wow. He just retired.
Tells you he's doing something right, though.
Not only that, even the criminals
can get along.
They get along.
They know he has a job to do.
And here's the thing, Sam. He tries to help everybody first. He'll say to you, listen, I got you, but I'm not going to try to ham you. I'm not going to do this. Let's see where your problems are. He mentors so many guys. He was an ex-military guy. Greatest guy. His name's Mike Force.
I was going to say, what's his name?
Great guy. I told him he came down here when they vetted me for my badge and stuff. And he says,
things like when you used to lock your keys. I remember in Jersey, you call the cops, they come in, open it up for you. No problems.
Those are good things.
Now, listen, you called them, and it happened to me. You call them up, they're like, we used to, not anymore, because people use. Now, look, you can't blame it just on them or some, because people are suing them. They come in, open up your thing, you break something, and you sue the cop. You know what I mean? He's trying to help you. Right. So it was more like a
good gesture.
Protect and serve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a good gesture.
Right.
Not always cops to come for all the bad things.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Well, listen. How it goes is by the police. I was getting that with the chief, Mike. Law enforcement is one of the only businesses that are out there that change comes from the top down. A lot of people say, change always comes from the bottom up, the people, in law enforcement, it comes from the top down. If you got an asshole as a police chief and leader,
everybody else,
people, why? Because they want to get to that officer of the year.
Absolutely.
They want to make more arrests. You know what the chief told me? He goes, Larry, he goes, and I'm still a member of their department. Matter of fact, the new chief calls me and says, hey, Larry, like when Ferguson happened, they called me. I thought I was going to have to go out there. He says to me, he goes, Mikey, he says, Larry, I don't give out any awards for most arrests, most DUIs. He goes, I give out awards for who speaks at the most churches, who speaks at baseball leagues, who coaches, who wants to go to a school and talk to people. He goes, the reason I do that, he goes, because I'm smart enough to know that if I give out awards for most DUIs or most, they're going to get DUIs that are not right. You know, they're going to say, that's questionable, but let me get it. I want to win this, whatever they win. Yeah. He goes, I give out the awards. Here's what he did. He saw one of his officers changing a flat for a lady, right? Guy didn't know he was doing it. He doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. He calls the guy's wife the next week. Says, listen, I'm having something. I'm giving him an award because what he did. He don't know it. Don't tell him. Come here. In front of the whole city and everything. Gave him a nice award and everything for community service. That's how you become a good police department. I agree. How many times have you been on the road and you see a guy on the side and you see a cop ride by?
Yeah.
Not racing to a scene. No, probably going to a donut shop. Yeah. But I mean, why don't you stop? Put your lights on
and see what's going on.
Hit. Yeah. I don't care if it's your jurisdiction. If you're in Brevard County, period, the whole county, and you're a Palm Bay police and you coming down Melbourne, you see a guy on the side of the road trying to, jack his car, whatever, pull behind him, hit the lights, give him a little protection.
Yeah, they have shortage too. That's another. It was a couple months ago when we had the other shop. A lady came in, stole some stuff, and then the guys that were working that night, the
cops
calls. No, the employees. They called the police.
Your employees, yeah.
Called the police, and then the guy told me, "Hey, I'm calling the 911 and nobody's picking up." I'm like, "What do you mean nobody's picking up?" I'm like, "Okay, hang up." I call him. Listen, I called myself. I swear to God. You called 911 in Orange County, and I bet you somebody's gonna relate to this. Called 911, and it's ringing, nothing. And I hanged up. Called again, nothing. So I let go. I told them just let go. 20 minutes later, listen to this, Larry. They called me back on my cell phone. This is 911 emergency. You
Can I
called
help
us
you?
before? I said, yes, that was 20 minutes ago. She's like, yes, we're tied up. We don't have enough employees. And that's why we didn't answer.
I ain't never heard of that one.
I swear to
What
God.
happens if you were
Listen,
hostage?
I know what
Yes.
if it was for real.
Holy shit! You know when they tell you hide in the closet, hide in whatever the fuck.
Larry,
Are
if
kidding
you
me?
know anybody in Orange County, I want you to do like a little research. I'm
20
sure
minutes.
there's thousands of people out there.
Oh, he'll run with that.
Had the same place. So this
That's terrible.
is something to do research on.
20 minutes.
20 minutes later, they called me and they apologized. And then they told
that's good. You're
I'm
dead.
Like, I'm like, listen, this is what happened, whatever. Well, yeah, we're going to send and they never send anybody. They ended up, a detective called me. He's like, what's going on? We have shorted. I could, and I told them whatever, and
You
just
know
let
he
go.
did nothing.
Listen,
Absolutely nothing.
it wasn't an
But
emergency.
still, but what if it
And
was?
it was
happens if
less
it
than
was?
$1,000 from what they saying they stole. But I want the reason why I called them because I want to put trespass on this lady not to come into my store anymore because she's done it before. But they didn't answer.
You can't just do that.
They didn't answer. I mean, you're talking about third world countries. You can't.
Yeah, what if it's an OD?
But you go to-
But what if it was for
Yeah.
the what if though?
You go to a third world country, they'll answer your phone. I mean, this is crazy. In Orange County,
Oh wow!
one of the biggest counties.
I
That's
never
the
heard
first
that
time
one.
I've ever heard of
They
that.
didn't pick up, and I'm sure.
Did you know that?
There you go.
Really?
They
Oh,
don't
you've
answer.
read on stuff like that, Nick?
I've had to call a few times.
And they didn't answer.
Thank you.
To like paramedics.
Crazy.
But at least they transport you.
Crazy. No. They didn't transfer. Ringing.
You hit
ringing.
911 and they can't bring
And
it.
it's
yeah, they
ringing.
called me back.
It's ringing.
They've
It's
called
not,
me back
You know,
before.
it's
never
ringing.
heard of that.
And then I hanged up. I called again. Nothing. And they called me back.
I
And I
never
was,
heard of that.
as a matter of fact, I was with my wife and a couple, having dinner at a friend of mine's house. Yeah. And then they called. Everybody was shocked. I'm like, imagine if somebody's dying.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Heart attack.
Forget about
Heart attack.
policing. How about sick? How about
If
having
it's
a
a heart
heart
attack.
attack?
Baby
Yeah.
or something.
Guy's having a heart attack and he calls
Yeah.
911
So
and nobody's
choking
there.
on
I
their
guess in
vomit.
Orange County, you got to do it.
Choking on their
you gotta,
vomit.
that's why they.
Choking on vomit.
Everybody
Anything,
carry gun. I don't
man.
know.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
It's-
There's so many
Yeah.
incidents. I
Never
really
happened
did
to-
not know that. Did
That
you?
Florida.
I've had to call
Never
a couple
heard that.
times in Brevard County. They answer right away. 2 rings, boom, no problems. In Orange County, which is one of the biggest counties over
yeah.
there. And we have a sheriff department. That's exactly what they were. It wasn't.
Local police. Orlando.
Orlando police. It was sheriff.
I,
They didn't pick
I
up.
wonder if like a lot
I mean,
of police departments have their own 911 operators,
Right.
And then this county has
And
them.
then
I know
they just-
that.
they transfer
I
where you
wonder
have
how
to
it
go.
works
Well, no.
when a call comes in.
They pick up and then transfer you to whatever the address belongs
Yeah.
to.
It'll
so I'm
That's
saying,
exactly
so
what it is.
they're handling all of them.
Yes.
Orange County,
Now
okay.
listen. It was from my cell phone and it was from the store. The store is, landline. I don't know if they have landline now. It's still internet, whatever. But he called from the guy called from the store number and they didn't pick up and he told me and I called. So it was both of us from a different location.
Right, from a
You know what I'm
business
saying?
phone and
Right.
a cell phone.
And nobody picked up. And I'm like, I couldn't believe him. He told me nobody's picking up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't believe it.
I'm like,
I believe you, of course,
And
Alex.
then-
But it's like I don't.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Listen,
guy has a heart attack.
If you call them, they'll be able to tell you. Like if you called the regular number and tell them, "Hey, I called the other day and it wasn't just," and they'll explain it. I'm sure because the lady didn't have any problem explaining to me.
How do you
She goes,
explain that?
Yeah,
My son
we're short.
just died.
Well, that's
Sam, right?
I'm sorry.
God forbid.
We're
You
short.
go, how about your kid's choking?
Yes.
He's an infant.
Imagine. Imagine. It's
That
crazy.
is terrible. I never heard
That's
of
why
that.
you see in Orange County, I don't know about
never did.
Brevard, all the sheriff, like a sheriff department, does not pull you over because they have so many. They don't do traffic stops.
They have so much
but
going
there's
on.
so much going on, and then they pull them and just.
Well,
have
in
it.
Orlando.
In Orlando.
I didn't know that.
They're short.
I'd expect them to pick up.
250. They even lowered. You can be 18
What?
to be a cop now in Orange County. 18 years old. And with even a background, they load they
Well, they should on
loosen it a little bit.
I mean, I'm a big
Yeah.
proponent of that.
Yeah, but
because what they would
18
no
18
18 no
barely
no
got their
no no
ass.
no.
Your parents
Yeah.
still has to buy your pistol.
Yeah.
At 18.
well, no, if you're law
Right.
enforcement, you could buy it. I guess. Yeah. 18 years old in the Orange
That's
County.
So you're gonna give an
Crazy.
18-year-old a gun?
Yeah.
I know some
Imagine,
25-year-olds that barely
Listen,
can wipe their ass.
this is facts. The
Call
human
in the
brain,
morning, like,
Sam.
I'm sick. I can't. I'm hangover. I can't. Yeah, it's
The human brain does not mature until it's 25. Women and men 25.
You did tell
Women
me
about
that number.
23. This is not my
mine
study.
was when I was
This is
30.
psychology.
Yeah, you told me
it's,
that.
It's in a lot of data, and you're given. That's why I'm a big. I don't like when the United States takes a kid in the military, and he's 18, 19. Now he's a sharpshooter in Afghanistan, wherever, and he's whacking people. You don't think that kid's coming back fucked up?
Oh, yeah.
He
Oh,
is.
yeah,
I mean, he
100%.
don't
All
even
of them.
understand
All,
it yet.
yeah.
You know, I was 17 when I went in, and I look back, oh my God, I was a kid. I was robbing. That's what I did. Stole pot out of the Coast Guard. You know what I mean? Whatever we wanted. Yeah. But it's crazy to think that 911 doesn't work. That is fucking third world shit.
Yeah.
Not only third world, that's like, what, you know what that tells me?
Yeah.
I need a gun.
Yeah. Exactly.
I need.
So you can't have one.
I told her.
I'm getting a machine gun.
Listen, I told her. I'm like,
No, you're not.
How about a bit of an emergency? She just got quiet, and then she goes to me, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is. So I guess that's why they lower everybody. You don't need a concealed, permit no more. I guess that's why.
No, you don't need a permit anymore.
You just a driver's license.
Also, I think almost all police departments are low on personnel. Because who wants to be a cop? First of all, but I'm
Orange
a big
County
proponent of paying them more.
It's about 300. No.
We need to pay cops more.
You need to pay them in the state of Florida, definitely. And then also...
Training.
Training. How many cops did something and they ended up... I mean, like the incidents when they killed the guy in... What is it, New York or...
was Gardner with the choking guy, the big black guy?
Right,
yeah. Buying cigarettes.
What they did?
So
selling Lucy's.
Minneapolis.
So now everybody, they said they were holding him and they couldn't breathe. Or
Minneapolis. George Floyd.
No, that was George Floyd.
Minneapolis.
Oh, you're talking about George Floyd?
No, I'm talking about the
heavy guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes.
So people,
I think it's Gardner
a lot
or
of
something
cops
like
don't want to do it because they're like, well, I'm going to do something. If I shoot somebody, I might go to jail too, or even a cop. You know what I'm saying? So it's more, I don't know, it's. Well, but it's crazy.
First, and that goes back to Sam. It's got to be training. I remember, why is the military so good at what it does? Because all it does is train. When I was in the Coast Guard,
most of the time, all their training exercises.
When I wasn't out on a search and rescue call, because I was a boat captain. When I wasn't out on a search and rescue call, Sandy Hook, New Jersey, wherever, if I wasn't out, I was training. We would run into the boat, jumping around, timing boats. Things
that makes perfect.
So it was like, I could be drunk and do it. You know what I mean? It was second nature. But the cops don't.
Right.
You know, this is the only country too. They only have most of them have 8 weeks.
That's nothing.
That's it.
At least listen.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Back home in Morocco, cops before
3
you
years.
a year and a half.
That's still
better.
I mean, 8 weeks is. I mean,
8 weeks is 2 months.
Yeah. It's nothing.
They have that. Did you know the Bureau of Prisons?
Yeah.
I was just doing research on that. 3 weeks training.
Oh, you mean the officers inside?
3 weeks.
Wow.
To go deal with guys like me when I was in.
Yeah, and you're dealing with some excuse my French.
Yeah, some rough characters. You are. But anyway, the reason we have so many problems is, first of all, I always believe law enforcement and teachers need to be paid. You're teaching my kid, I want you paid. Right. Yeah. I don't want to. And I want to fire the guys that suck.
I mean, Jersey, Jersey, New York, and stuff. I mean, New York a little bit, but those port authorities.
Port Authority
cops?
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't New York, Jersey. They work for both states.
Right.
They make money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
how about Suffolk County?
Yeah, they make a lot of money.
Guys who are lawyers quit being lawyers. 250,000, 270,000. Suffolk County is the highest.
But it's all it's included overtime and all that. But they all. I mean, it's
you're not starting.
And you know what they do? Last 3 years they pound it in and they retire with 100 plus.
Thank you.
Every
they all retired to something.
There's lawyers I know that stop practicing law and went to be a cop.
Yeah, there you go. Wow. There's money in there, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
here they don't pay.
You know what they start them at?
Yeah, not
30,000 a year.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It used to be 26.
If I got 30 grand, the first drug dealer I stopped, I'm taking everything.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm stealing it all, man. I'll take his car. I'll take the money, the drugs.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, right now. If you pay me 30,000, and put my life on the line. The minute I go in front of a trunk that's got some money in it, that trunk is now mine. Come on, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
You can't feed your family.
Nope.
Right.
Do you know why I like the chief that I that gave me my badge? He told me straight out. He goes, Larry, let's be real. The reason I'm the way I am, he goes, because if I had to feed my family, I'd kill you. If that was the last option, obviously. Yeah. So he's right. Meaning, what he's saying is, people do desperate things because they have to feed their families, put a roof over their heads. You can't almost knock that. Now, the idiot that's just stupid rich kid or stupid just kids being gang idiots and they got good mom and dad, trying to feed. Those are the kids you need to straighten them out. But there's a 30-year-old guy who can't feed his family, can't do anything well. What the fuck listen, I'm not saying it's right. There's a lot of channels to go to.
Right.
But I can understand it.
Right.
And that's why when I hear $30,000, you can't pay rent.
Nothing.
You know what rent is around here?
Nothing.
$1,600.
I don't know how
$2,000.
they live with their parents and all that. Yeah.
And he's a cop. He's the guy with the authority in his voice.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But I blame cities
the system,
that expand. I blame chiefs that don't get innovative. They just, they cash it in, I call it. I talk to them like Palm Bay. They should have a cop because they had cops but not cars. Have them walk from 95 Bridge on Malabar Road, walk all those shops every day, go all the way up past Walmart, go all the way to Emerson where there's gas stations and there's a couple of places, a funeral. Stop in, see the guy. You remember up north, they did a lot of that.
They always say hi.
Walk a lady to a car at night if you got the night
I know
shift.
a couple good ones like that.
Oh, I do too.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I support good cops.
Right, for sure. I definitely
But the scumbags that I used to take their lunch money, because whatever reasons, no, because a lot of them, you know what it is, they got a gun. You and I, and even Sam, when we grew up, we used to fight.
Oh, yeah.
These cops don't fight anymore, Sam. They pull a gun.
Yeah.
Once you pull that gun, there's only two things going to happen.
Exactly.
You're going to shoot somebody, or it's going to be taken away from you.
Agree with you. But that goes back to what we talk about. And listen, I have a lot of good friends that are high in law enforcement, but when you pull that gun, first of all, you're afraid. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trained. You're afraid. Like, if you got to pull a gun on someone, it's like, listen, I have a permit, but like every time I get in a conversation, I even teach my 15-year-old. That's not the first option.
It's illegal, I think, too.
Exactly.
Fight.
Yeah.
Or protect yourself. Now, if your back's against the wall and you're in a bad situation.
Yeah, of course.
But the one thing that they use the most is, I'm afraid. To me, that's bullshit. If you're afraid of something, if I say there's a snake under that table, what's the first thing you do, Larry? You go the other way. Do you go towards the snake?
I'm going to pull out a machine gun and shoot it.
Right. Or if I snake. You don't go towards the problem. So for someone to say, and people use this in a lot of ways, in a lot of bad ways, I was afraid. I was in fear of my life. If you're afraid of a snake, you run away from the snake. You don't run towards the snake, right or wrong.
Well, Sam, again,
does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
100%. When I taught the academy in St. Louis, right, I asked everybody in there. I think there was about 20 something, and I by a raise of hands, how many people have never been in a fight? Most of them raised their hands. Now, you're talking 20 guys, maybe 14 raised their hand.
Oh, you mean
never been
academy?
in a fight.
In the police academy?
In the police academy. Never been in a fight.
Yeah, they never had to deal with
so
the
they don't even know what it's like to be hit. So they're scared.
Confrontation.
But now, give them a gun.
Yeah.
Teach them in the academy to take control, do this, pull this thing, pull that. Before you know it, these guys are vegetables.
Yeah.
And again, I see there was a big push for having people from the community become cops, which I believe in. So I said to him down there, I said, how are you going to ask kids from the hood? You want people who grew up in the hood to patrol your hood, which I get. But now if a guy has a small marijuana charge, bullshit, he can't be a cop. He might have been in a house where his dad was arrested and people arrested. He gets ripped up and it's a bullshit thing, but they throw him a charge. This kid's now he can't be a cop, and he'd be a great cop.
He'd be a great cop.
I agree.
And so you have to take the don't tell me I don't want a cop walking in who never did anything.
Yeah.
I want the corrupt motherfucker coming in.
No, you don't want the corrupt one. You want the guy who had
experience.
The different walks of life.
Right.
Listen, not the corrupt one.
Listen, I want the cop who's been in fights, maybe did drugs. Right. I don't give a shit. Good. He's probably the one who's going to, recognize who's the bad kids in the neighborhood. They're smarter. They're street kids. I don't want the nerd that didn't do shit in his life. Before you know it, that kid's the one who's going to be shooting people.
That's right. He done killed the kid who had a gun, a play gun, or whatever it may be.
I really believe it has a lot to do with scare. I tell him, get in a fight. Punch him in the face. I tell everybody, listen, I'm 62. I used to be a good fighter. Now, no, I'm sure I'm not at all. I'll hit you with a fucking bat now. Trust me, I'll still do that. But my point is, if I get attacked, I'm glad I don't have a gun on me because I'll fight. Let's fight.
Right.
Lose, win, or draw. fight.
Exactly.
I'm not, once you have a gun, it can get dangerous.
And too many people have guns.
And now
who
everybody's
haven't
got
been
it.
in that situation.
Look
Like
at
you just said.
nut. All you nuts have guns. You probably got one
Everybody.
too.
Yeah, but I've
Everybody's
been
got
in
it.
You
confrontation.
both got guns. All right, I didn't do it.
But I've been in confrontation. I understand. That's not my first go-to. You know what I mean? My first go-to
You
is to
should.
use my
You should,
common
yeah.
sense,
Yes,
not to
yeah.
just pull
But you're
that
a
gun
people-
out.
But
First of all,
see,
you're a street
but
guy.
see,
Right.
you. I mean, I don't
You're a
agree.
street guy,
Well,
too.
no. I mean, look. He's got a concealed license, right?
Right.
So
don't
to
need
get
that.
to get that, you don't. That's my point. To get that, you got to go to a training. They teach you kind of. I mean, even it's a couple hours. You still
It's something. He's
right.
right.
And then it's up to you to learn. To go read about it. And now the only thing you need is a driver's license. To get,
The Wild Wild West.
So imagine.
And you
that
give Uncle
person,
Billy the gun who's never had a confrontation.
It just happened a couple of weeks ago. They showed it on the news. It was a lady at the traffic light. Somebody cut her off. She got in with a gun, and then she, just to scare him because he was yelling at her, she shot in the road with thousands of people over there. She was
Right,
like,
that
boom,
bullet-
boom, boom,
that
to
bullet's
scare him
gotta
off.
come down, yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
saw that too,
That bullet could hit the ground and hit you.
Hit a kid.
You know what I
Hit
mean?
anybody.
Anything. So that tells you right there. I mean, she's not trained. I mean, I don't blame her.
I'm a gun person. I believe in the second meaning. I think you should be allowed to have a gun.
Of course.
I mean,
It's
listen.
our first. It's
I think, in fact, I believe whatever gun that the local police department has, if they got a tank, I can have a tank.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about.
I don't know if they're giving
No.
us
I'm
that.
not talking about the sheriff's department. I'm not talking about state police, National Guard. Obviously, you have one agency, you should have that. But these little agencies, they had two agencies right here in Christmas, Florida. The lieutenant and I think the assistant chief were both KKK. They were arrested by the FBI.
That's
undercover.
nuts. There's a lot of them out there.
Well, I'm telling you, these are two active cops.
That was recent.
Really?
Yeah, last few years. Look it up. Christmas, Florida, cops, KKK.
Oh, St. Christmas, Florida, right?
It's called Christmas, Florida.
That's near Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of the cops are KKK, active KKK guys.
Really?
Yeah, go look it up. Not only that, what gets you mad about that is I want in my house, whatever that little department has, I should be allowed to have. That's why shouldn't I? How do I know they're not all crazies? You know how many times you read about 5 cops? How about the 5 cops in Baltimore that were killing the guys? Did you see that? They all got arrested. They called them the Goon Squad.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so I'm not saying, listen, I support good cops. I really do.
You do. I agree
Cops
with you.
that want to help people.
I agree with
I
you.
want to help people. Of
course.
Well,
You'll
it's-
help a
well,
person.
it's
We
free.
have a heart, number one, and we're all street guys in that sense. But we always have a heart. We don't want to see somebody. I can't stand if somebody picks on a woman, or an older person. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'll fight me, motherfucker.
Of course.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not supposed to curse like that, I guess, anymore.
Nick gave you the eye.
Yeah.
But what does it say on the police car? Protect and serve, right?
Protect
and serve. So you have to serve.
No, a lot of them say it, but they shouldn't say that.
What did Nick say?
It says under God. They really shouldn't say that because you're supposed to be a separation of state and religion. No matter what, that was in the founding fathers. Did you know that, right? Yes, separation of change. Yes, look it up.
Okay, we'll talk about that one later.
That's another-
He's a lawyer.
No,
Larry Sharp.
Oh, I know this shit. This is what I study. I mean, I just did a lot of time in the hole. All I did was read.
No,
But
seriously, you should find out about that Orlando. I mean,
it's separation of
911.
church and
911.
state. Read it anyway.
the
Just
911
Google it.
thing, and yeah,
He'll look it
it's,
up. Nick will find Nick.
Oh, Nick will find it.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me.
Yeah.
that
The
They're
what,
not
Nick?
answering.
What is it?
Are you saying that they're not
That
answering?
911 thing's not surprising to you?
No. That
Really?
They don't answer?
Is
No.
that-
not
you
at
heard
all.
of that happening?
It's happened to me, yes. Where I'm
To
like,
you?
Well, the situation's out of hand. No one's coming.
yeah.
You know, like,
Can you believe that?
well,
You called 911 and no one answered.
Yeah.
yeah, like a few times.
That is crazy.
And
I
then
never
I had
heard that.
another
I
incident
never
where
heard
they
of that one
came.
either.
They came. Okay, they showed up, told them what happened. This lady stole her, and she left. And then they all listened to me, and they're like, "Okay," walked out, never came back. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what do I do? You know what I mean?
Did you get
Nothing.
Did they ever trespass the lady?
I didn't ask them to do trespass. I was just explaining to them. So when they walked out of the store, I'm thinking they went to look for the lady.
Right.
They
And
never
they
came
just
back.
left.
They never came back. They never told me anything.
No
Here's my
case
license.
number, nothing.
Nothing.
Oh,
They just, I'm sure they're like, well, we're sick and tired of small things, deal with it. If they stole it, that's fine.
That's
but
terrible.
if that's the case, then let me freaking do something. If they stole some stupid thing, let me smack them in the face so they don't.
I love it, Alex. Alex and I,
You
man.
can't be doing
That's
that.
it. Well, I mean,
Alex, yes, you can.
The cops can't do nothing about it, and then he's told I worked hard for those money. It's my stuff, and then you're gonna let him just go like that?
100%.
It's my. You know what I mean?
I am. I knew.
But that's how I grew up back home. You do something like that, anybody would slap you in the face, and then
100%.
you know what I mean, and then we're good.
All right, I got a question. Well, that'll be another topic.
No, that happens all the time. You're right.
Yeah, we were
in New
just,
York. You ain't worried about the
It's
cop.
slappy.
You're worried about getting caught by that owner who beat the shit out of you.
Exactly. And then you go to your parents. They're like, "Oh, you must did something wrong."
This is the real deal right
That's what I'm
here.
saying.
We
It
talk
is,
about real stuff.
But what he's saying is so
I
true.
agree. But I got a question. Back to the shop.
Yeah.
So his humidor, Larry.
His humidor
Going
is
back to
beautiful.
his humidor.
Right.
You told me how he has a walk-in humidor with all the premium cigars.
Right.
He told me he built that himself.
I did. Well,
You
not me.
built it?
No.
Oh no,
I
he had
a
someone.
guy
build it.
I thought you.
came and built it,
Yeah.
but I told him what to do. See, I did the researches and like how to, and we actually did extra stuff in there. So it was the wall, and then you have to put there's like a humidifier. I mean, bought them in Home Depot and stuff. It's like a.
I know exactly what it is because
No,
I
it's
looked
like
at.
a
That's
big
why
panels.
that's set as humidor.
Right. You put it's a foam that you put in there, and then between them you put a tape, and then there's this paint red one. I mean, the whole thing costs like a small box costs like $200.
I was just it's
and
like
then
a
you
primer.
Just paint it, primer kind of. It's for humidity. And
know
then
exactly
I
what it
put the regular ones that
a
you
red
see in the
garden.
houses, like the and the bathrooms,
a red
the wall, the green ones
Right.
that holds the moisture. And then on top of that, so there's 4 behind the
And it's cedar, of
and
course.
it's four things behind the cedar, and then we built it. And I mean, I helped the guy build it, but not me myself. You know,
But I just saw some humidors and
we did-
your walk-in
right.
is pretty
And
nice.
cedar is very expensive.
yeah, no, it's everywhere cedar. Yeah, and then we had to actually order some. And we didn't have enough in Home Depot and stuff. We had to go to order, and some of them we order and then the glass, of course, in the front. And then you have 5-stage filtration system. I called a guy in Texas, and he does huge ones. And he told me what you need, and then he explained everything to us, how we could run everything, and it works perfect. It's a 70 between 70 and 72 all the time. 70 humidity.
It has to
70,
in humidity.
all the
yeah,
time.
the humidity in
And
there,
people love it.
70%.
People love it. We never had any problem. I mean, I had cigars for 6 months sitting there in Orlando, and they were fine.
In fact, you can actually bring stale cigars back.
Yeah, and I heard that.
If you have a cigar that's no good, left in the car,
There's
put it in-
certain. I mean, if it's
Yeah,
really
I
bad,
mean, if
yes,
it's that
yes,
bad,
yes,
then
yes.
it's gonna crack. And
Right,
break.
exactly.
But if not, you could put them in the humidor, and it gets the moisture back in them. That's why it's set at a certain. If it's too much, then it's too spongy.
Right.
And if it's not enough, it's too hard and brittle. So you
Yep.
have to be right at that.
Exactly.
Nick and I just came back from Nicaragua. I was there for 5 days in the fields, literally. From seed to sale, we were one of the best people in the world.
I like that.
Who's a genetic engineer for cigars. We really had a good time. I mean, we learned a lot. You want to talk learning?
So let me ask you: all those cigars companies here, they have everything outside the United States, like as far as
There's
Okay.
no cigar company of any size that I know of that has any of the fields and the property's too much money
because of the
labor
the labor.
costs.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, Nicaragua's a
Yeah,
communist country and it's a third world country.
Yeah.
So listen, the people walking down the street with a cow, it's like
Oh,
wow.
and then you told me something interesting too, or Nick. For a roller, right? They don't make they roll so many cigars.
Right,
and
they roll about each roll. They have 400 rollers.
just rollers.
Oliva Cigar makes 200,000 plus cigars a day.
Wow.
And all of it, every piece of it is handmade. Everything, the box, every single thing is handmade.
Wow. Okay.
So to watch the operation, and we rolled. Him and I rolled. We sat down. We learned the processes, and we failed. But
We failed.
and most of them are ladies.
Wow.
I mean, most of them. And I'll tell you what, it's just amazing how they throw air through the cigar to make sure the draw is going to be right. If you go down there one time in your life,
It's amazing how
you will learn why a cigar
if it's
costs so much money.
handmade and they all looks the same, all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're that good, though.
That's huge. Yeah.
You know what's? It blew me away, and this is what we were talking about. Like my cigar, you will get the same cigar because it's an Oliva or a big company like that. You will get the same cigar 5 years from now if you bought it in California. The only way they can do that is having the system to be the exact same way, from the planting of the seed to the harvesting of it and the time it hangs. It takes 10 years for the cigar to get to you.
Really?
Yeah. They say 5 to 10 years, but Oliva's doing extra steps. They actually have a genetic engineering, what do you call a botanist, engineer, who actually they are getting the seeds to where they don't even need fertilizer anymore or any. So it's going to be the first company. I wish they sold stock. The first company that has zero, like no pesticides, nothing. It's going to be an all natural, totally natural cigar, which nobody has. But they got this. This engineer came from Cuba, and we talked to him. I interviewed him. The whole works. Wow, you could see he was smart, and he had proteges there, and they test the plant, and then they put him somewhere, and they see if it resistant to this virus or this bug. Or amazing what they're doing, man. We learned. Nick and I really learned a lot. I did. It was amazing. Laura too, our friend, and that's why if you ever go there, you'll understand why cigars cost more. I'm surprised they don't cost more. I really am. You know,
because of all the process.
Oh my God, Sam. Listen, did you know a cigar is touched by 300 hands? No. 300 hands before you get it. Am I right, Nick? Mm-hmm. I tell you. 300. Wow. You should see them operate. They got 6,100 employees there. Oliva. They're one of the biggest. They are the biggest cigar company in the world, hand rolled.
So you mean from the pulling of the leaf, from the hanging, from the drying,
everything from planting,
planting it, planting the seeds,
from seed this and harvesting it. It's amazing operation what we get to see. It was just unbelievable. And we got into the fields. We were at all the parties. I interviewed Rocky Patel. I interviewed AJ Fernandez. And
really?
Okay. What was his name? Jose Martinez Hoya, Nicaragua. That company, oldest company in Nicaragua. Nicaragua actually supplies 75% of all cigars in the United States.
Who's the other ones?
Because most of them
probably Cuba, a Dominican Republic.
Cuba's not as big as it used
to be. No, not. Matter of fact, they're way behind now. So I could care less about a Cuban cigar. I mean, I learned that much. And I learned how much process and why it's going to be the same. Because let's face it, you buy this. You want this, you're going to go to California. Oh, there's a crooked dime. You don't want a different cigar. Right. You want the exact. Do you know they have the exact processes on the lock and key? Like for how it works? Like there's a, like it's a recipe if you want to call it or whatever, all that stuff. And I own that too because they didn't even try to hold that back on me. So I wanted it. I could have that. But I would never. Why am I going to leave a company like that? You know, that's,
of course.
And, but. The process is amazing. People just don't get it until you go there. Even me telling you, once you go there, we were blown away. Every place we went. I mean, we had carte blanche. We had a driver, an interpreter, and anywhere we wanted to go, we were stationed in their lounge. Like they had a beautiful, beautiful lounge. We were stationed there. And the COO gave, I know them all well, Fidel. And he showed me around. I told these guys to take care of whatever they want. So I was giving tips, like $20 tips to the people. Fidel goes, "What are you doing? You're gonna spoil them all." Because they get $3 for 100. $3 for 100. So if they roll 300, that's $9 a day.
Yeah, but then over there, that money is probably
goes further than But. Listen,
still,
you're glad you live here, or Morocco,
or
Morocco.
Well, no. Here, not even Morocco's. I mean, they still have what is it? The minimum wage over there is crazy. I mean,
do they still have that?
Yeah, but you see, Morocco is like either you're super rich or the middle is a little bit where like you're poor.
It's getting like here.
Yeah, it
really is. I mean,
but that's the rich over there. I mean, they're
they're princes and stuff.
Except that it's. I mean, if you have a little money, you live. I mean, you could do all you can have a chauffeur and a maid and all that stuff for like $1,000 a month.
Yeah, that's the same
You know
as
what I mean?
South
Here,
America.
you do that, you need 5,000, 6,000.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You got to
minimum,
pay. Yeah. I mean, it's.
No, listen, we're lucky where we live, and I always say that.
Of course.
And I'll never,
It
but
changed
we
a little
can,
bit,
but we
but
can be
hopefully,
better.
yeah.
And the minute we become complacent and just because we're better, no, that's when you keep going down. And I see it. And the more laws we keep it. Listen, we have way too many laws on the books. They got laws you can't get a blowjob in some states.
Yeah.
You know that? That's the
Why
truth.
would he bring that up?
Well, that's the truth. You can't bang the broad in the ass. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's true. That's called sodomy. There's laws on the books for that.
Really?
You can go to jail
Yeah.
in some states. Literally. And if they want you, it's just the way
they're
them
coming
get
up
you.
with laws every month. I mean, I see this
Right.
here. Every day you see
new law.
pass the new law. Yeah.
They need to wipe them all clean and start with common sense.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what we talked about. A guy like me, you, that's been through it, not just the guy who's only lived one way his whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No
Oh yeah.
confrontation.
Yeah. You've been through. Yeah.
You know
of
what
course.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who's been through some obstacles in life, I guess you could say.
The one thing I liked about the Libertarian candidate, what was his name?
Mike Termat.
Mike Termat. He was here, and he became a cop at 4. He was my age, exact my age. He became a cop at 47 in Hallandale Police Department down in South Florida.
I didn't know they do
at
that.
47, just to learn
experience.
And he's an economist. The guy's a smart guy. He just didn't get nicked because he wouldn't say bad things about anybody. Right? Nick goes, he didn't even talk shit on
Allegedly.
anybody. In other words, he's not a fighter. I mean, he is smart, has great ideas, but you gotta be able to
Resist a little bit.
Look at Trump.
A little bit of resistance.
Trump says, "Fuck you." Trump goes to a debate and goes, "What are we talking about?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A little bit of resistance.
And then a guy throws facts at him. What does Shane Gillis say? Wrong.
Yeah.
The guy said facts. Wrong. You know what he said to Ted Cruz?
Yeah.
In a debate? He's having a debate with Ted Cruz about economy. In the middle of the debate, he goes, "Ted, your wife's a dog."
What?
He said that. Ted goes, we're in Texas. We don't talk about people's families. He goes, "She's still a dog. Everybody knows." He's electric. The guy is crazy, and people want that.
Yeah. They want the reality. Yeah.
They don't want the regular guy, Sam.
Like when he when it was doing how Obama, when they catch Bin Laden, he was talking about it. He was you know what I'm talking about.
100%.
He was talking about we got him. We sent this special. He's talking like politically, and then they showed the other one talking about one of
Trump when he goes
he goes
Al Baghdadi.
He's dead.
He goes, he died like a dog.
Yeah.
He cried. I wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
That's what he said, Tim.
That's exactly what he said.
He goes, he cried, but I wouldn't cry.
It was just funny. Man. Yeah, we killed him.
You know what that is?
He's dead.
If you ever listen to Shane Gillis,
No.
you have to.
Okay.
Shane Gillis is a comedian that is the hottest thing around, period. And he does a bit, he does a Trump impersonation. He goes, "We witnessed the greatest debater in the world. He knows nothing, and he argues like a fifth grader." Trump. He goes, he walks into the debate, and this guy's a Republican too. He goes, and he likes it. He goes, he walks into the debate and says to his assistant, "What are they talking about?" And then he goes in there because he don't care. Right. And when the guy throws facts at him, he goes, "Wrong." How do you answer that? What do you mean I'm wrong? Go, you're wrong.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you got to listen to this guy. You'll love it. Because he's so funny.
Yeah.
He does a whole bunch of stuff. Him and Nick and I watch him every day, something. And he's just, the way he says it is just, he goes, Trump is just Trump. I mean, he's crazy. I met Trump 5 times.
Did you?
Yeah, I met him in a casino. I was introduced to him by a guy named Roger King, who owned King World. King World. You know who King World is?
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey, Jeopardy,
course,
Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah.
distributed by King World. I used to know the guy who owned that and started it. I was on his jet partying and shit when I was a gangster. That's when I was a bad guy. Now, I got to go fly JetBlue, extra leg room.
Extra leg room.
Oh yeah, I tell them when I get first class if they're playing. I say I ain't good. You're paying for the flight.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I ain't paying now. Paying. You know the prices are crazy now.
Well, the first class.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't. If you do it right there at the airport, it's much cheaper though.
Really?
Yes. If you like, I go to Morocco sometimes.
I could never go there 8
right
hours
there,
without going
right
first
there.
class.
Well, we got to go.
Yeah, Jeremy, we got to go first class.
So when you go check in, well, right now everybody check in with the kiosk and stuff. But go to the life person and tell them, listen, if they're empty, they'll give it to you for
upgrade it.
Yeah, upgrade.
Couple
cheaper.
$100 or whatever.
Like we used to pay $700 upgrade to go first class 8 hours to Morocco.
Oh, that's
nothing.
so worth.
Now,
I'll
if
drink
you do
that.
it online, it's $3,000-$4,000 ticket.
Right. I will drink
Oh
that.
really?
Yeah, but $700, and it's
And you
worth
probably
it.
had the pods, right?
Yeah, listen.
Have you been on the planes with the pods?
No. There's no pods in there. It's not a first class. It's a business class.
Okay.
So, but still, I mean, they recline. You're sleeping.
Yeah.
They have food, all you want, all that
Drink.
stuff. It's great. I mean, you when you get home, you're like feeling good, not all crammed up. But,
But
you
see,
know,
I have a
it's-
really bad
And
back.
you got kids and all over crying and
Bad back. It's just the
they're
California
small. They
trip
made them to it's small. It's not. It's for
is the longest I'll take. I mean, I always will get first class if I go there. Because it's such a long flight. I can't get off the plane.
But try to do it at the airport. It's much cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, but then if you don't get it, you're stuck, right?
Yeah, if it's full and stuff. Yeah. Well, most of them, I mean, it's got to be one or two, you know.
I don't know. We've been in some flights, man. We had a packed flight last night. The night
Was it-
before,
was-
a red eye.
Was it first class
Packed.
back too?
Everything, though. I was
wow.
seating in 2F, and I was two next to people, and I was still... Oh, I hated it. Man, that was a bad flight. I'm hot. I'm getting claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah. Well, no air conditioning, huh?
None. It was hot.
Yeah. No,
And, you know, that's when my claustrophobia
that's
started
crazy.
setting
Oh,
in.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I never had that until prison.
It's the age.
Really?
Believe it or not. And I was never arrested, but hey, it's.
You have it now, too?
I do.
See,
To the
I
point.
do, too. Okay, I'm normal.
Listen. Yes, it's the age. It's. I can't sit in the back seat of a car. Like sometimes, you know what I mean? I sit over there and I'm like, you know, I feel
See,
like
that's-
choking. I got to open the window or I got to drive. If I'm driving, I'm fine.
Me too.
If I sit in the back.
if I'm
Another thing.
I have to have a window or something.
Yes. Shower sometimes. I put shampoo, close my eye, and I got to do it quick. To that point, yes.
Okay, I'm not
especially.
there, but I have it where I got on an airplane and started shaking.
Yeah.
The other night, I
It's
was
age
close.
thing, and you know. And I ask all my friends that we grow up together. They all same thing, and I thought it was just me. Yeah, it's.
You know, I can't
Nothing-
take an
nothing wrong with
MRI.
what you're saying? No.
I can't even get into
Sounds
an
good.
open MRI.
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I can't even do that. An
Yeah.
open one.
Yeah.
You know, where it just
machine?
comes down?
Right.
Comes down. I told one doc, you move that or I'll break your machine.
Yeah.
And he moved it real quick. I said, get me the fuck out of here. You got it. No, I got to
No,
get dope.
I
got to
get
get
it as long as my head is not in there. See how you go in completely, and then your head is outside. I'm fine.
Look at me. I'm getting
As soon
getting
as-
shaken
Yeah,
now.
as soon as you put my head into it, it's now we, you know.
Wow.
You know,
All right, man, this is great conversation. What else you selling there? What you have deals?
Products.
Do you, I want to get before we close? I want to help you. Of
course.
Do you guys run specials? Do you have any? Do you have a
we do all the
website?
time,
You
all
have
the
a-
time. I do have a website. I mean, you could get an idea what we sell and stuff like that, but we can't buy it from the website.
What's the website name?
A1ASmokeshop.com.
A1ASmokeshop.com.
Put
yes.
that in the comments. I'll
Yeah.
put that in the thing.
And I mean, we deliver too.
You deliver?
Yes, we do deliver.
Oh, wow.
I have a 5
Wow.
miles. Yes, I have a 5 mile radius.
I was just
free
going to ask you
delivery.
5 mile. That's
Free
all
delivery.
beachside.
Free delivery. It's just $50 minimum. That's what I do, and it's free delivery. Anything above that, like we used to when I was in Orlando, we used to deliver from Winter Park to Disney, which is far.
I know exactly where it is.
But I'll ask. Like, I still don't charge them any delivery, but the order has to be fair.
$100,
enough.
$50.
Exactly. And with cigars, it's
It'll
a couple
add
of
up.
them.
That adds up. We
Right.
charge no
Versus
shipping.
buying down
Yeah.
in the Disney
I-
area or wherever, but you know
Right.
what I mean? 'Cause in some of those shops,
Yeah.
the cigar, it's like the Hard Rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cigar
Oh.
prices are going to
Exactly.
be jacked
They
up.
have one in Disney Spring. We used to be downtown Disney.
Jacked
and that's
up
like
prices.
We don't charge shipping or anything for anything over $100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I used to do, I sometimes go run it myself. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not there, they call me. I'll go pick it up. make it nice, look nice.
That's
and
a really I never heard. That's really good.
Yes, I've had a lot of lawyers, as a matter of fact, call me from up north, telling me to do something for somebody or for a lawyer.
Oh yeah,
Like a
care
gift.
package or
Yes.
something.
Just a gift.
So,
They
so like
send
a
this
gift.
guy cigars.
So
Go bring it
he
to his
tells me,
office.
look, I got 200, 300, whatever. Make it nice. So I'll go out of my way, put some stuff in there, deliver it myself to somebody. Yeah, we've done that.
That's a great service.
Oh yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, no, I mean
That's
what
a
I'm
great
trying to
service
do,
and
what I'm trying
smart.
to do. There's hotels out A1A.
Know 'em well.
So that's what I want to do. Like go in there, try to see if I can get it. I don't know how they do it, but I got to talk to some, management, whatever. You know how elevators sometimes they have all this.
Sure,
I want to
advertising.
have advertising in there with cigar because nobody's around having walking. I mean, all the smoke shops around they do say that they have cigars, but they have like a little,
They don't have premium.
A suggestion
premium
for you,
cigars,
because I seen
and
someone
it's
do
not-
it.
Right.
Is the keys. You can actually
or something
do
like
the
that.
marketing for the key.
Anything or flyers inside the rooms or whatever.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The key
Or
itself,
some
Sam,
of
because
them-
they have it on them at all
Right.
times.
Or some of them has even like a book or you open it
You
and
put
then
the
see
key in the book.
anything. Yeah. Anything.
No,
But
there's a
no,
couple
his
of
spot
them.
is in a great place too because like
love
Larry,
his
our buddy
location.
Larry,
Yeah.
Oh, all of them. Josh, all of them.
Shots,
Yeah.
all those guys, they live right around the corner of Lansing Island, and they have to go all the way.
And that's what
to
I want
downtown
to give you
Melbourne.
that since the people around over there have like a whole wall for you guys. You're in Oliva just to, you know what I mean?
Oliva and Crooked Diamond,
yeah.
exclusive at.
We'll talk about it after the show, because I got some good idea. You got some good stuff going on. You really do. You got a nice shop.
And we do open. I mean, that's the reason why I open at 8 o'clock. And most of the smoke shops open at 10.
You open at 8 in the
8
morning?
8 a.m. because of cigars. A lot of people tells me, how can you open early? I had a guy, Winter Park, he used to come in at 9 o'clock and wait for me until 10 to buy a cigar. So we changed that to 8 o'clock. That's why I'm there all the time. And most of the sales from 8 to 10 is all cigars.
And I would put in there orders over $150 free delivery within 10 miles. Because at 150, 200, you don't give a shit.
No problem, yeah.
And what are your hours of operation?
8 to 11.
8 to 11 at
7
night.
days a week.
7
days a
7
week.
days a week.
And 8 in the morning every day?
Every day I'm there. 8 in the
I
morning.
got it. Those are the things that obviously, that special
Very good.
delivery. And I know exactly what he's talking about. You get a guy like Chacha or Gary.
Oh, for
Hey, listen,
sure.
put a package together
Yeah.
and send it to him. Whatever it costs you, it costs you.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's it. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I don't want
Great
to charge
idea.
anybody extra. I mean, it's
Right.
I mean, you want to bring them in. You want to do customer service. That's why 5 mile free. And if it's more than that, you just got to pay
$10 or
more.
$20,
No,
whatever.
for free delivery. I mean,
I said if it's like,
exactly. Just buy more products. So,
listen, the guys you're dealing with are not going to be like that
of
anyway.
course, no.
You know,
I got a few people in there. I mean,
Yeah, I got it.
Thank
Wow,
God we're
Sam,
blessed.
That is awesome.
great.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. You'd run a great lounge.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You will.
yeah.
I'm sure. Did you guys have a lounge in Orlando?
No. It's bigger. The walk-in humidor was twice as the size that we had.
Yeah,
Were you
but
down
we
near
had-
Church Street?
Close by and past. We were in a Winter Park, so past Church
Winter Park's
Street.
a nice area.
Winter Park, yes.
I golf there. Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what it were. So from Winter Park to Disney, we used to deliver Disney, all that area.
Wow, that's a long way.
Universal. Yeah,
That's a long way.
Yeah, especially with traffic.
Oh, I was just gonna say with traffic.
Yeah.
I go. You know why I go to Orlando? The most important thing I ever do is White Castle.
They have the biggest one in there. You
Biggest
see?
one,
That's
man.
in Lake Buena Vista.
I buy and buy. I'll come back with
And they come.
80.
He's a New Yorker. Yeah.
I come back with
That's what we
a
used to-
Crave case and a clutch case. One's 50, one's 30.
You eat White Castle, Nick?
Oh yeah,
St. Louis, he said they have them every block.
Yeah. Oh, really?
we got them everywhere in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah, they just built the biggest
they're
one in the
24/7.
state, the United States over
right.
there. Yeah. It was a huge line when they just opened it
I
up.
love that place.
Oh, yeah.
I go there and I eat a dozen of them. I ate 20.
Now I know what to get you for your birthday.
Yeah, I ate 24 or 25 in Vegas for a video. 25.
Really?
Was it 25, Nick? How many was it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a 30 case, and I think I gave one to an old lady, a couple of old lady.
Yeah.
I ate 20 because we were doing a video for it, and I was sick after that.
Yeah.
You remember those when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Remember
What's
those?
the- with
Going
New
out
Jersey?
till 4 in the morning.
New Jersey, that's what every time we drink, that's all we do.
Everybody does. New York too.
Give me a suitcase.
You kidding me? We're all going there at 4 hungover, and then
Hey.
the next morning you
You eat outside the car on top of it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what they do.
All right. Anything else, Sam? You want to report anything?
Yeah, I just want to report on the ashtrays will be in about 30 days. The Crooked Diamond cigar ashtrays, which we're going to get in his
Nice
shop.
ones,
in a lot.
too. You saw
very
it.
nice, very nice. And that's about it. And don't forget about go online, guys. Oliva is in the house. Once again, we want to thank Oliva. And don't forget these nice Crooked Diamond torches. We in the Alpha spray.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Oh,
you-
that's
did-
great.
See?
That's really great.
Yeah.
You
He
have
gave
it?
me- yes. He
Yes.
gave me a
I was going to
couple.
give you some.
I used them in my car. I used them in the house. My wife loves it.
Do you know why these are good? These were used
Oil.
in Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis. That's how I found it. And
Nice.
then the guy who got close was a friend of John. You know, the whole works.
So do you guys have it like a bigger size? Or
Yeah,
just-
yes, we can.
Okay.
But we're finding these go pretty good.
right.
And
Great price point.
It's $12. Come on, you can't beat that. You know why? Because it works. Sam will tell you why.
I don't know why.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody I've ever talked to says,
Oh, yeah.
Most
you know
of my
why
friends
it's
that
good?
smoke pot.
If you smoke in a car or rent a car or in a hotel room,
Right.
spray this before you go.
And they
Right.
don't even know.
Don't spray it directly on.
Yes,
but
it's all, yeah,
Yeah.
you told me.
Yeah, and your wife and the women love it.
She
The
loves it. She
women
loves
love
it.
it because
She
it's
knows-
hard
she
for
goes,
women to go to
it's not
cigar
so-
places.
You know, it's not that strong that you choke. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
It
it's
kills the
neutral.
smell.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an oil. That's
That's nice.
why.
It's nice, yeah.
You know, it's not just vaporized.
And remember what I told you, display.
Yeah,
I'm working on that.
Yes, if you could
Working on
work, I mean, do something on the display. Even if you're the torches.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And put it
Sam,
on-
that's
I got
that's
it.
Sam. That's
From my
Sam.
experience, anything that goes that it's on display, it sells more.
Right. Right
Even
out
more.
front, they can see it.
Yes,
And that's the
it's
good
right
thing
there.
about his shop.
It's got. That's what you see.
It's
it.
not cake like
Yeah, you got a really nice shop.
It's not
Everybody.
cramped.
We gotta go down there, Nick. I'll show you.
Everybody that I see. I mean, I just called today, Quick Fix, to this company. I called them just to see if they have display to put it in.
Oh, is that who you call?
I call everybody. every
Sam, there
company.
you go.
You know what I mean?
Quick fix.
Just, no, whatever. He'll find out. You know
no,
where.
Quick
To,
Fix is different, but I'm just saying.
No, I have a guy who's gonna try to make us those little displays
yes,
for really,
yes.
really, yeah.
One of them for that.
And
The other one
the lighter?
for the lighters. Yes.
We're gonna get some shirts in there, Crooked Diamond,
yeah,
Larry
yeah.
Lawton
Yeah,
shirts.
anything
yeah,
you
we
want.
do
How
need
much
we
is
need a
it?
few of those. Yeah, they'll go good.
Any
too.
kind of
I'll put even
merch.
your logo on the window.
Oh,
if
I
you
have a
want.
big.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a big one I put up there for you.
yeah, we need that.
That'd be cool. People go, wow.
Yeah, I like that.
I have that in the RV. Remember? I'll have to go because those are I paid just for that's vinyl.
You can even do.
So they're good for glass or anywhere?
Last time.
Yeah, that looks sharp.
Yeah, I like it.
I
They
have
even
one like that.
Neons on neons. Sometimes they put that's good too.
You mean?
Take a look at those
Yeah.
shorts, everybody.
Yeah.
Neat. The light up neon. Yeah.
Oh,
that is
that's
sharp.
nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that is
So
sharp.
imagine something like that says Crooked Diamond.
Light up.
Yeah, that's nice, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yep, for sure.
That's why we keep it the way. I told you this is a show that we don't prepare.
Yeah.
We just have fun. We start rapping.
I
we
like it.
talking.
I like it. It's
It's
nice.
the only way to do it.
I think you
think.
guys
like
need
this
to do another show if you have time.
We are
about
gonna
the-
do a show
about
where we're gonna
that.
do one with
the
the
product that they're trying to
okay.
ban for you. I think that'll be a
Yes,
good show.
I want to do that
A
with
lot of
you
people
within the
can
next
relate.
month. Let's
And
do that.
listen. I want to do it and then send it to all those wholesalers, so it'll be big, because everybody that I buy stuff from online and for the stores, they send us stuff like that about they were signing a petition. So everybody sends us a QR code to go in there and send emails to all this lawmakers and
yeah.
stuff. It's I don't know. I mean, it's if
You
they
got to
ban-
bring that stuff.
If they banned all that stuff, you're looking at all this smoke shop. What are you gonna? I mean, they still giving them until this day licenses to open up,
And about to shut 'em
and
down.
then you're about to exactly.
Yeah,
What?
well,
I mean,
they
this
don't
is what-
care.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that. But we're gonna do a show where I'm gonna do that stuff with you, with me anyway. The Kratom and what's the other one?
Kratom, Delta stuff.
Delta. I want to try the
THC,
Delta.
Yeah.
and we'll bring
And
bring
then-
a sample of each.
I will.
Nick,
Bring
you'll
a
do
sample
it.
of
I
it.
will. I will.
No, why not?
I
We're gonna
will.
do it. Let's do it
I'll
right.
put them right there. Yeah, yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll
No,
put a sign what
seriously.
we're doing, and
And
it's
then we
legal.
talk about
I don't
it.
give a
We
shit.
talk
You
about
get a lot of people to respond.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of those shops
yeah.
floating around. I don't know much about
most
it.
of the people is gonna be listening to that is owners of smoke shops and the wholesalers, and then people. Like was this lady, old lady. She's 72 years old today. She came and bought flour of the TSCA that I told you, and that's the one that is 0.3, and then when it burns, it goes up. She loves it, and she goes, "I heard they're gonna ban this stuff. Why?" I mean, it works for me. It makes me feel good.
I'm gonna pull in the heavyweight.
I'm telling
Dab
you.
and Granny.
Who's
You know.
that?
Dab and
that
Granny.
lady?
That lady.
Oh, yeah,
that
your
lady's
friend.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
she
tell
does
you,
Debbie.
shit.
Yeah, Debbie's
That'd
good.
be fun. Anyway, Alex, thanks for coming in.
Thank
I
you so
really
much.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate
You
the
guys. Sammy, thanks for
opportunity.
seeing you.
Always a
You know.
pleasure.
Sammy's back.
We're here.
Nick,
I had
thanks
a
for
little
everything,
step-
Nick.
Thank you.
And
Don't touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.